radio for the masses.
Headline edition, July 8, 1947. The Army Air Forces has announced that a flying disc has been found and is now in the possession of the Army.
If the game is rigged, change the game. Game changer.
I occasionally think how quickly our differences worldwide would vanish if we were facing an alien threat from outside this world.
This is Fade to Black with your host, Jimmy Church, on the Game Changer Radio Network.
I need your help to get to the year 1985. You're listening to Fade to Black with Jimmy Church on the Game Changer Network.
Good evening. Fade to Black. Bespoke radio for the masses. Yeah, man. How you doing? Today's Thursday, September 29th, 2022. It's Fadernight. I would like to welcome everybody listening all around the world, all across the United States. Hither and thither, to and fro, back and forth, up and down, east and west, north and south, far and near. This is Fade to Black for KJCR, the Game Changer, and UnX Networks. Race Hobbs. I'm your host, Jimmy Church. What is cracking, everybody? It's Thursday night. It's Fader night. We made it. Bombshell week here on Fade to Black. Wow, it's just absolutely incredible. Grant Cameron on Monday. Yours truly on Tuesday. Richard Dolan last night. And tonight it's all of you. It's Fader night. I love it when I get to Thursday. You have no idea how happy my Thursdays are. Yeah, man. You know the call-in numbers. 818-921-6929 or 273-275-9695. All right. Oh, man. What a week. What just it is, oh man, before I start to get into all of this, I did so much review and research this week on from so many different angles when you started to analyze the Wilson Davis documents, and so you get into that and you do the deep dive. And you're connecting names and dates and places and things. And we had the Oak Shannon notes and Jack Houck's notes. And again, I want to say, thank you to Grant Cameron and Melinda Leslie for that. Of course, Richard Dolan for all of his work into this, and others too as well. But anyway, I just came out of the other side of this with just a completely different perspective. And just look, I'm just going to be straight. You hope that things are what you think they are. But, I run under the principle of things are never what they seem, right? And so you get a document like this and you read through it and you're like, wow, man, this is like too good to be true. And you know what happens when you get to a stage like that? It is too good to be true. But there were elements of that just had me scratching my head from the very beginning. And I was listening to the skeptics. You have to, and you've got to keep yourself balanced. You don't want to lose yourself into something. So, and through all of that, and then suddenly, right now, and I'm going to circle back to this in a little bit, But when it comes to the world of conspiracy, which is what a lot of us find ourselves in, and certainly the UFO topic could be, depending on how you define what a conspiracy is, but the UFO subject could be one of the greatest conspiracies in the history of mankind, if not the greatest. But with conspiracies, you can't go all in. We've seen the dangers of that, especially over the last 5 years. You just can't do it. And I told so many people out there, and members of this audience, be careful. Be careful. Stop. Be careful. Don't go all in. And I know a lot of friends and a lot of people that did. Okay. So anyway, it's the same thing with the Wilson Davis document. Can't go all in on that, man. You got to just stay back and remain objective. But what you need to be prepared for, if you are committed to some conspiracy or some form, is if something comes to light, and this has happened many times in the past, if something comes to light and this conspiracy is confirmed to be true, whatever it may be, and I'm using the word conspiracy here, but you understand what I'm saying. You need to be prepared for the shock value of that. You mean this is real? Right? Holy crap. And that's what I'm saying. I'm saying I came out of the other side of all of this a completely different person when it came to the Wilson Davis document. I go from being objective in the middle. I can go either way. Let's just see where the chips fall. And the next thing you know, right? And you got to be prepared for that. And I felt strange. I felt strange, and you go back and you look at things like MK Ultra. Now that can't be real. Yeah, well, it turned out to be true. Operation Northwoods. That's the craziest thing ever. That's like Dr. Strangelove crazy level stuff. It was real. You know what I mean? And we come to this document with all of these amazing, really crazy level statements in it and revelations. Did this conversation really happen? Well, you know what? It did. It did. It's absolutely nuts. So that's where we are today. It's open lines all night long, so we'll be taking calls. And there you go. 818-921-6929 or 323-275-9695. And there you go. All right. So, oh, man. Never mind. 323-275-9695. And those are the numbers. And I'll open up the phone lines here in a little bit. But yeah, what a crazy week. Bombshell week. I'll be hosting and emceeing the Conscious Life Expo. It's coming up February 10th through the 13th at the LAX Hilton. Tickets and info at consciouslifeexpo.com. And if you go, and you should, you need to make sure you attend the talent show on Saturday night. I'm just saying. Go to Conscious Life Expo. You can see the list of speakers. I think additional speakers are being added all the time. It's a huge event. It's a big event. It's at the LAX Hilton. Go and check it out. Look at the schedule. All of that stuff gets posted online over at consciouslifeexpo.com. April 7th through the 14th, 2023, right after the Conscious Life Expo, I'll be hosting and presenting on the Hidden Secrets Seminar at Sea Cruise. Tickets and info below. All of our sponsors, everything is below. Everything that I do, everything, all the links are below. Okay, so go and visit our sponsors and get stuff done, including the NX Network, where you can go right now, click on the link below, get over there and get your free membership. October 31st, Halloween, I will be with everybody over at the NX Network, and we'll be presenting here the 1-year anniversary special. And the list of stuff that is, I think there's going to be a little paranormal ghost hunting at the Conjuring House. We're going to do that live on the air, right? All kinds of great things. And that's going down on Halloween. I think that's on a Monday. I think that is on a Monday. All right. And EdenPURE, yes, is extending their Thunderstorm 3-pack special through this week. Buy 3 and save $200. You get free shipping. It is always running here in the bunker. Man, I love my Thunderstorm. AC, USB. You got to, I just run it at full max. You know, that's what I do. I just run it at full tilt boogie all the time. Kills viruses, right? Germs, fresh smelling, and you get free shipping and you save $200. It's really that simple. Promo code is Fader3. Click on the link below. Also, when you head over, if you forget the promo code, scroll down to the bottom of the page. You'll see my name right there. Click on it. I actually went over there today and tested it. You know, it's kind of cool to see my name pop up, right? It's pretty cool. I like the way they got that website set up. So if you forget anything and you forget the promo code, you can remember my name and just click on that. All right. Let's move through this. Hurricane Ian, man, the devastation has moved through and across Florida, went from a tropical storm back up to a hurricane. It is now in the Atlantic, heading northwest into Charleston, South Carolina. I think it's going to make landfall it's at the edge right now in the next 24 hours. So that's, man, look, my thoughts and prayers, everything, all of the energy that I have is being sent to not only Florida and the devastation that is there, but what's about to happen to the East Coast and going into South Carolina. So, the latest news, and I didn't want to go through a long list of it. It's so sad. But it looks like it's the most devastating natural disaster ever to hit Florida. And you go back and you think about, you know, Andrew and some of the other things that have happened over the years on both sides of Florida and throughout. It's just absolutely incredible. It's just, I don't know what I would do, you know, and you know, entire cities, entire towns just being washed away like that. Well, let's hope it lightens up and it won't be nearly as rough on the state of South Carolina and everybody else that will be in its path. So there you go. All right. We had some breaking news today that I want to get into because scientists have discovered new evidence that suggests that there could be liquid water on Mars, a breakthrough in our longtime efforts to determine if the red planet once hosted life. The University of Cambridge-led study provides the first independent evidence that uses data other than radar that there's liquid water beneath Mars' south polar ice cap. Dr. Francis Butcher, who is the second author of the study from the University of Sheffield, said in a statement, and I quote, "This study gives the best indication yet that there is liquid water on Mars today, right now, because it means that two of the key pieces of evidence that we would look for when searching for subglacial lakes on Earth have now been found on Mars." The international research team, which also included scientists from the University of Nantes and the University of College in Dublin, used spacecraft laser altimeter measurements of the shape of the upper surface of the ice cap to identify subtle patterns in its height. Then they showed that these patterns match computer model predictions for how a body of water beneath the ice cap would affect the surface. Mars has thick water ice caps at both of its poles, like Earth, which are roughly equivalent in combined volume to the Greenland ice sheet. This is extremely big news. Let's get the show cracking on this day in history. OTD 1982. And looking back, on this day in history and how incredible this news story was at that time, scared the crap out of the entire country. Because in 1982, cyanide-laced Tylenol kills 7 people in Chicago, Illinois, while bottles of extra-strength Tylenol were recalled nationwide. The only contaminated capsules were found in the Chicago area. The murderer was never caught. But the killings led to all of that new tamper-proof medicine containers. What's incredible about this story, and this is what I remember. I don't remember the names, but one of the victims, he went into a coma, goes to the hospital, and 2 of his family members are with him at the hospital. He's in a coma, who later dies. They go back to his house. They're exhausted, they're tired, and they both have headaches. They go into the house, and on the counter, nobody knew, on the counter was a bottle of Tylenol. And they both took the cyanide-laced Tylenol, and both died. And he died instantly. The wife went into a coma and later died. It was just absolutely incredible. And nobody was caught on this day in 1982. Fader fact. All right, here you go. Now, I never knew this. Spiders. All right. Spiders use hydraulic pressure to extend their limbs. When spiders die, their legs curl up because there was no longer any internal fluid pressure to push their limbs out. I never knew that. And now you know. There's your Fader fact. Tonight is another Fader night with open lines all night long. Call-in numbers are 818-921-6929 or 323-275-9695. Now it's time for me to hit this River Moon coffee. rivermoonwellness.com. Go Beckley Teppy. Where'd you get these pictures? Hold on a minute here. Oh, that's Avi Loeb. But this other one, this picture from Philip Daniels, this picture, that's me. I'm 21 years old. I know exactly how old I am because I know where this picture was taken. That picture was taken in my bedroom in Pasadena, California. I'm elevated, so it looks like I'm standing on the bed or something. But that's the corner of my bedroom in Pasadena. And that guitar in this iteration, this version of it right here, that's an Ibanez Roadstar body that I cut apart. That's some neck, like a Mighty Mite neck or something that I bought at Dr. Music. I bought 2 of those necks because I had 2 guitars. I had one that was pink and one that was red. But I don't even know who took that picture. That's quite the rare picture right there. Yeah, the other 2 those have been out on the web for a while, but that one, where did you get that? It's interesting. I have no idea who took that picture. I would like to know sometime who took that picture and how did it get on the web? That's a good one. Who posted this? This was posted by Philip Daniels. Okay. All right, Philip. Where'd you get that picture? Somebody digging on the internet. Oh, man. Yeah, it's pretty classic. Those pants and that shirt, that tank top, my favorites. Wore them every day of the week. All right. Rivermoonwellness.com. Fade to Black Blend. Best coffee in the world. Go to the Amazon store. If you're a Prime member, free shipping. Go to the website, F2B Blend, 15% off of your order today. Best coffee in the world. I'm drinking it right now. All right. So anyway, what was I saying earlier? And, see, what most of you need to understand, when I get to this part of the show, I've got no notes. I just talk, right? My rant. And I said I would talk. Can we talk? Let me tell you what frustrates me. I mean, I don't get it. There must be something to it. But let me say this. There are 2 polar water ice caps on Mars. Right? North and South Pole. Water ice. Why haven't we landed something there? Isn't that the first place you go? And I know the face on Mars and Cydonia. Yeah, that's cool. Okay, that might be location number 2. But isn't the first thing that you do if we need... we need water on Mars. We need oxygen on Mars. We need this on Mars. So, okay. Now, I mean, call me stupid, right? It's like, Jimmy, the hospital just called. The test results are in. Really? Yeah. You're a level 5 dumbass. It's like that. I was like, okay, all right, you're stage 5, idiot. And okay, so call me that. But if we have 2 polar water ice caps, why aren't we landing something there, drilling into the ice, melting it, checking it out, seeing how pure the water is, what is, and isn't that where we are going to go when we go to Mars? Why would we go somewhere else? I don't care about how cold it is. Wouldn't we land there? If I'm going to Mars, I'm an astronaut, I'm like, man, put me where the water is. I don't want to die of thirst on Mars. At least if I'm going to die on Mars, I'm going to have wet lips. I'm going to be sucking on a piece of ice. That's a comfort food at a point like that. Why aren't we checking out the 2 polar regions? What are we doing guessing with radar? What are we doing? Doing flyovers and looking at measurements. Why? And there must be an excuse for that. There must be a reason, not an excuse. There must be a reason, some scientific reason why they can't do it. All right. But nobody has said it. We haven't gone to where the water is because I would listen to that. I want to know, and I can't be the only one. There's no way that I'm the only person on this planet going, man, why don't they go to the ice? Why aren't they drilling there? There was life on Mars. Now they are, okay, so, and here's the other part. Here's the other reason. Was there life on Mars? Was there ever water on Mars? Well, apparently there was. And you're saying now that there is water on Mars. Well, we know it's frozen. We're talking about liquid that is there, right? That this significant thing. Then what are you doing looking somewhere else? What are you doing with that? There was obviously water on Mars. Now let's go to where it is now. Let's check it out and let's see if we can use it. Right? Wouldn't that be like the ultimate news off of Mars being broadcast? All right, we landed a rover on Mars. We drilled in. The water's great. Yeah. Right? I just don't get it. I everything that I love. I just don't get it. I don't get it. When we the helicopter on Mars, what's the deal? Why isn't there a high def streaming camera on that? I just don't get it. Well, it wasn't big enough. Build a bigger one. Man, we've got quadcopters that you can buy at Costco for $80. That's got a 1080p camera on it. And you're telling me that we can't. I don't know. This is Fade to Black. It's been bombshell week around here. It's a pretty high level mood that is here. It was an extraordinary week and one that things got resolved, and it doesn't happen often. And I said all week, the UFO community is just rivers and valleys, mountains and valleys, rivers and valleys, mountains and valleys, and right now we're at the top. We're at the top looking down. It was pretty extraordinary. Tonight, I'm taking your calls, 818-921-6929 or 323-275-9695. This is Fade to Black on the Game Changer and UnX Networks. Raise Hobbs. I'm your host, Jimmy Church. I'll be right back after this short break. We'll start taking your phone calls. Stay with me. I'll be right back.
This is Nicole Church, daughter of you-know-who, and you're listening to Fade to Black on JimmyChurchRadio.com and the Game Changer Network.
You're listening to Jimmy Church and Fade to Black on the X.
You're listening to Jimmy Church, Fade to Black.
Fade to Black will now pause for alien identification.
The station that talks the net.
When you take the beans from Central America with dashes of Indonesian and African mixed in and then roasted to the dark side of Fade to Black, you create the ultimate brew of fringe. Introducing the Fade to Black blend from River Moon Coffee. Yes, River Moon's darkest customized roast was created for the love of Fade to Black. The alchemy of masterful roasting and smoking the beans is in every sip of this full-bodied, dark Java. I need my coffee dark, deep, with distinct bittersweet chocolate highlights, just like the bunker. Leaning further into the darkness of the roast is Fade to Black blend from River Moon Coffee. Just click on the banner at JimmyChurchRadio.com and use the promo code F2BBLEND for 15% off of your order today.
This is the only way forward.
This is Fade to Black. Make contact.
This is Jimmy Church of Fade to Black, and you can get our podcast for just $2 per month. All you have to do is click on the podcast banner over at jimmychurchradio.com. Hello, Fadernauts. Jimmy Church here. You've seen me with my Thunderstorm. Now you can purify the air in your home and get healthy, clean, fresh-smelling air and eliminate odors just like I do right here in the bunker. The EdenPURE Thunderstorm uses oxy technology that naturally sends out O3 molecules into the air, which seek out odors and air pollutants in your home and destroys them. It's called a thunderstorm because it purifies the air just like after a thunderstorm. And right now, you can save $200 on an EdenPURE Thunderstorm 3-pack for whole home protection. With this special offer, you're getting 3 units for under $200. Seriously. Go to EdenPureDeals.com and use Fader3. Shipping is free and it's easy. Just scroll down. You'll see my name right there, Jimmy Church. Click on it and get your deal today. That's EdenPureDeals.com.
Do you have an interest in the paranormal? Then you'll love the unxnetwork.com. The X is your streaming audio and video for everything supernatural, strange, and mysterious, like UFOs, Bigfoot, ghosts, and so much more. From hosts like Jimmy Church, Whitley Strieber, Micah Hanks, and Christina Gomez. Visit the unxnetwork.com show page for a complete list of all the paranormal programs you'll find on the X. Be sure to follow us on Twitter for updates at KUNXDB. Follow our Facebook group, UnX Network. Find the podcast on Spotify, iHeart, Audible, and Apple Podcast. It's time. It's new. It's the X.
9 out of 10 geneticists agree.
Fade to Black is not your father's radio show on the Game Changer Radio Network.
Hi, this is Rob Reiner from Anvil, and you're listening to JimmyChurchRadio.com.
What's up? I'm Chris. What up? This is Kyle Massey, and you're listening to Jimmy Church Radio.
All right, welcome back. Fade to Black. I'm your Jimmy Church. Thursday night, Fadernight. Your calls, your conversation, whatever you want to talk about. UFOs, time travel, lost history, paranormal, supernatural, whatever you want to talk about. Everything's on the table. It was literally bombshell week here on Fade to Black, and I would love to talk about all of that too as well. Let's continue to run that in the ground. Let's take a parade lap. A victory lap. That's what you do after you won the race. It's pretty cool. You drive around one more time, waving. Yeah. Let's do that tonight, too, as well. You've got the numbers, 818-921-6929 or 323-275-9695. All right. Earlier today, I'll get to the calls here in a second. Earlier today, I posted a picture of me with a drum set. Now, I'm not a drummer. I just play one on TV. I don't want to make any claim. I can play guitar. I'm not worried about that. And play little keyboards. Nah, not that good. But, you know, can't sing. Play bass, right? Yeah, I can do that. Yeah. Drummer, nah, not so much. But I needed a drum set. And so I posted the pictures of the Titan 50. It's by Simmons and electronic drum kit. And what had happened, the reason why that picture is there, this is a brand new product from Simmons, and the product launch was today. And, and I got the Alesis SR18 drum machine. It's sitting over here. And but I needed, and I was wondering who and what I was going to do about a drum set and where I was going to put it and things. Well, that was a later consideration, but I knew that I needed that. And so this is how the universe works. So I go out, I'm looking at different kits and thinking about things. I'm trying to figure out where it's going to go and the logistics. You got to wire it into the studio and you got to do all of that stuff. So anyway, but you put that out to the universe, man, because you start thinking and one of my oldest and closest friends did this like weird post or something, said, I've just designed an electronic drum kit. I was like, oh, really? Okay, that's interesting. Call him up. And he's helped me so much over the years. We've worked together, flown all over the country. We've gotten in so much trouble together. One of my closest friends, and he has helped me on different TV shows and things. We're just really tight, really, really close. And worked together at a few different companies. So anyway, I said, so what's up with this? And he goes, hey, man, okay, yeah, let's talk about it. And I was so proud of it. Anyway, so they sent me the kit to check out and review. And it's extraordinary. It's amazing. And I'm so proud. I don't want to say anything more than that at this point, but that's why that picture was posted. I'm so happy and so proud of what is going on here. And if you want to check out the kit and see what it looks like and stuff, go and do it. And if you've ever been looking for anything, I highly recommend this. So just go and check it out. But that was part of my day today. It was just amazing. And I'm so proud to see this product launch go for somebody that I've been so close with for 28 years. That's a long time. All right. So Jeff, totally proud of you, bro. Okay. So that's it. I posted it up on social media. Go and check it out. That's the story behind it. Okay. All right. Let's go to the phones. Hi, you're live on Fade to Black. Who's calling?
Doug from Montana.
Hey, Doug from Montana. What's on your mind?
Hey, man, I got to tell you, this week with the Wilson Davis documents, that left me more confused than ever. How much of that is disinformation?
Well, anything's possible with anything, Doug. I don't think with all of the players that are involved right now, and I'm talking about Oak Shannon, Eric Davis, Admiral Wilson, the Jack Houck, all of the notes that have been compiled, and one of the players going public, and I'm talking about Oak Shannon. Man, I don't know. Well, there's a lot of disinformation there.
Jimmy, why can't they just say what they know and when did they know it?
Well,
a lot of it seemed to, and I've read the document, and it was hard to follow. It was hard to understand, and at times it felt like they were speaking in code.
Not to me. No, not to me. I don't feel that way. And here's the other. No, I don't. Not at all. No, I don't think anybody's speaking in code here. And you got to put everything in historical context. What year were you born? Just let me 59. Ask you. When?
59.
59. So you're older than I am? Why do you sound like Correct. A kid, Doug?
No.
You're not a kid. But here's the thing. The Oak Shannon notes and the Jack Houck notes are from 1985. And now you remember 1985, right?
Very well.
No, you don't. You were running around acting crazy, but you remember the year. You don't remember anything from 1985 because I don't. But those were fun days. Come on, Doug. You know they were. But
why, Jimmy? Why did it take so long for them to put the document out there? Why? Why so long? 20 years?
Who? What do you mean? It's not.
You said somebody was holding on to it for 20 years before they made it public.
It's somebody's notes. It's not a government document. It's not a document with a document number. This is somebody's notes. In fact, it's three people's notes.
Why did it take so long to get the notes out there?
Are you sitting on notes from high school? Why haven't you posted them? My point.
Nothing of this importance. No.
But we're talking about notes. Okay, it's not a government document. And the other thing, that comes into play here is that the only reason why they came to light, because these are private documents. These are private, like the letters from a lover 40 years ago. That's not public comfort.
Well, if you look hard enough, Jimmy, they're out there somewhere.
But they're notes, though. So, Doug, hear me out. The public, it's great that we have them, but we don't have the right to somebody's, to force somebody to make something public. No. You have drawers of private things or personal things. And, now if they go public, and the way that they went public is because Edgar Mitchell died, and those notes were part of his estate, and they leaked out. That's a different situation. Jack Houck is also dead, and that's another reason why those notes came out. But they're not public documents, So
Jimmy,
no.
I respect your opinion. How much stock do you put into that document? You tell me.
After this, I think I just said that tonight. I'm at.
You're all in.
I'm 99.9% in. I mean, there's always a chance for something, you can, what's 100%? I mean, what is 100%? Death and taxes? Right. I mean, what's 100%?
I listen to Monday night's broadcast. I listen to you on Tuesday and then on Wednesday as well. And I tell you, man, it just left me wondering if it was actually true.
Yeah. Well, why? Okay. And that's good. Do not change. All right. Always stay skeptical. That's it. That's the safe zone. If you're skeptical, you're not going to go nuts, right? No matter which way, right, that this falls. But here's the thing. When you have the individual notes from Oak Shannon and from Jack Houck, those are from 1985. You have the group that was called the ATP-10, the ATP Working Group, put together by John Alexander, that the notes were taken from 1985. You have a conversation that goes down in 2002 in the back of a car, and the notes from that conversation are put out, making references back to the working group and other things from 1985, almost 20 years prior to that conversation going down in the car. Okay, now that right there, as you start to put the pieces of the puzzle together, when this is 20 years apart, and they're obviously talking about the same thing, that's interesting. But you need one of the players to come forward, and that happened, Oak Shannon. And the statements that Oak Shannon made this week absolutely confirmed not only the ATP-10 meeting that Oak Shannon's notes came from, but that the conversations that he had with Admiral Wilson and Eric Davis, the two people having the conversation in that car, Oak Shannon said, I had those conversations to put the two of them together. So if you want to doubt it, that's okay. And you should remain skeptical. For me, I think it's absolutely bleeping incredible that finally something like this
Jimmy,
is confirmed.
When's the next congressional hearing?
Nobody knows.
Okay.
Yeah, nobody knows.
We'll wait and see what happens. I got something else for you. I have a nephew who's into guitars. Mm-hmm. He works at a music shop. He repairs nearly every string instrument that comes into the place, and he's quite a musician himself. Mm-hmm. And at the risk of starting a flood
mm-hmm.
of requests,
mm-hmm.
what would it take to get a signed guitar pick from you to him for his birthday.
When's his birthday?
In just about a week and a half.
In a week and a half. So you want me to what? Sign it in gold?
Whatever you've got.
But how do I
turned
sign
him on to you recently?
Okay.
And I know he would just be out of his mind
to
receive a signed guitar pick from Jimmy Church.
Here's a pick that the logo's worn off because I play it. I got bags of these, right? Okay, let me see here. Hold on. Let's see if I can get my initials on this thing. You think I can do it? Let's see. Let's see. Is that good enough? Does that say JC in gold?
Absolutely. And I'll contact you by email with an address. I'll send you a self-addressed stamped envelope.
Oh, man, I think I can afford the 30 cents. I haven't mailed a letter in a long time. What's a letter cost these days?
I think you're up around 50 or 55 cents now.
Are you kidding me? You know,
I think it's about right.
Oh, man. Yeah, you might have to send me a self-addressed envelope. I have, I'm looking. Let's see here. Okay. I've got really good liquid gold pens. I've got a bunch of them. I don't have any in here. And I'll make sure it's better than this. But
all right. So Jimmy, how do I get a hold of you, man?
Email Jimmy@jimmychurchradio.com.
I'll send you an email and with an address, and we'll make it happen. You are a rock star.
No, he is. And you're trying to be.
He is too.
Yeah, there you go. All right. Hey, Doug, man, have a great weekend. Go Beckley Tepe. Great phone call. And and thank you for that, Doug. Seriously. In my opinion, never dip your toe too far in the water. But in this case, man, I mean, I don't need anything. I've got all that I need. I just think it's remarkable, and I've looked at every single line. And the ARV question, which was pretty interesting. The ARV question, which came up last night, it was in I think it was the Will Miller letter is what mentioned ARV. The backwards engineering was listed everywhere. But that's where the ARV was listed in the Will Miller letter. I forget the date of the Will Miller letter. I'm not going to look it up. But I think that was way after Mark McCandlish came out. So it's not as remarkable as I thought. I poured over the notes. I could have sworn I saw ARV handwritten. But, I don't see it. Let's go back to the phones. Hi, you're live on Fade to Black. Who's calling?
Hey, Jimmy, it's Donna.
Hey, Donna, how are you?
I'm doing great. As a non-musician, that drum set looks sweet.
It is. It is.
Yeah, I want
it's sweet. It's really nice. And, what's cool about it, it's not big. It's nice and small and compact. Sounds great. You got everything you need. And you can just sit there, put your headphones on. And here's the thing. You're listening to it with the headphones, and it's just loud. And then you take off the headphones. You're like, man, I wonder if the neighbors can hear that garbage. They can't.
Oh, that's even better.
Yeah, it's even better, man. You can make all the noise.
I've been known to strum my fingers on the table a bit. That's a habit I've got, a little nervous habit.
Sure.
I've got ruined rings from that.
Sure. Yeah, I get it. So much fun. $450. And it comes with the kick pedal.
I think that's the Cherokee in me.
It comes with the kick pedal, comes with drumsticks, comes with a drum key, all the cables that you need. Everything that you need is in that box except for something to sit on. You got to get a drum throne or whatever.
That's what I was just thinking about a half second ago.
That's all you got to do, man.
I wonder if they come with the chair.
Yeah, the drum throne. Get one of those.
Read my mind.
Just get one on Amazon for $30. Drum throne. Just go. Yeah. There's a new thing. It's called Amazon. It's really cool. And you just go. And you go like this. Drum throne.
I just ordered some things on Amazon. I'm waiting for tomorrow. Anyway.
Yes.
What I called about is Does Richard Dolan listen regularly to this program?
Heck no.
All the time? Or
no, he don't listen to this show. No, he's too busy.
I guess. Well, I guess I'm gonna have to email him because I gotta thank him big time for something.
Oh yeah,
that's really affected my life.
Okay, yeah. He's the best.
Well, what it is I've got reading problems and learning issues, and I'm dyslexic. I'm the word form of it.
Mm-hmm.
And back when him and Bryce Zabel brought out the AD After Disclosure book,
mm-hmm.
that I really wanted to read a book like that. And the only way to get it really quick so I can read it and have enough time, because way back when, it took me about 2 months to read on one book.
Ew.
That's how bad it was.
Well, why don't you do like Audible? Books on
what
tape.
I did back then, before Audible came along in my life, is he brought it out on ebook.
Right, Kindle.
So I downloaded the Kindle app on my phone, and then ordered it on there so I can read it off my phone, because I didn't have a Kindle at the moment. But then I discovered, and I'm telling this too, so everybody else that's got the same issues as me, this might help them, and they could be able to read like I do like crazy anymore. Is the format that you go on, it actually helps people like me. Because I read AD After Disclosure in about a week and a half, maybe 2 weeks, and that blew me away.
Yeah, and I would think that Audible is awesome for that, because all you have to do is listen. I love Audible. Man, I love
Audible. I've listened to it twice on Audible and read it once on the Kindle thing. But 2 weeks as compared to 2 months, I mean, that was incredible.
Mm-hmm.
And then I started downloading other books and read them like that too. And then I found Audible, and also I don't know how many I've listened to on that. But the most amazing part about it is that somehow I think that it rewired my brain to learn how to read a different way than what I was.
Sure.
And now, see, I found a book that I'd read ages ago. I mean, back in the early 90s, I'd read this book. And I found it online, so I thought, okay, I'll get it and I'll read it again. It might take me longer, but I want to read it again.
Mm-hmm.
So I ordered it and started reading it. And to my shock and amazement, it took me a week and a half or 2 weeks to read, just like on a Kindle, reading just a plain old book. Reading on the Kindle had taught me a different way of reading.
Yeah, I
without
get it.
me knowing.
Yeah, and you know what's weird, and I think that's awesome, by the way. And here's the weird thing. I talk about Arthur C. Clarke all the time, how much I love him, and I have hundreds of books on Audible, hundreds. And so I get Rendezvous with Rama, right? And I was so excited. This is about 4 or 5 months ago. And I get Rendezvous with Rama. All right. I get to do the audiobook. I couldn't listen to it. It was the wrong format. I mean, it doesn't work on Audible. And I went back and I read the book. Right? I went back. I've got it. I got the book. And I'm reading it, and it was a total breeze and amazing to read the book. It didn't work on Audible. Other things on Audible are fantastic, but you have to adjust it. Like the other day, not the other day. That would be a fib. But last month, I went back and I've got American Cosmic, Diana Pasulka. I have her I've got the hardcover book that she sent me, and it's okay. The print version. I get the audio book, and the lady that is doing it, that is reading the book, is reading it too slow, and the pitch of her voice, it was messed up. And so I went into Audible and I sped it up to like 1.2. It goes 1.1, 1.0,
Yeah.
1.1, 1.2. Sped it up to 1.2. It's like
That
a different book.
Me too.
It's like a different book. I was like, man, I can listen to this. Right? And it was
I
so
actually,
funny.
when I'm listening to stuff like that, well, with regular Audible, I listen to it plain. But when I'm listening to you or Christina Gomez or any of them, I have it the audio speeded up just a little bit.
You speed me up?
Because, yeah.
Really?
Yeah, and I'm understanding it better.
Really?
I guess maybe that's part of it too. Part of what the whole Kindle experience and everything is done. My brain's somehow rewired, and I'm learning things quicker.
Are you saying I talk slow? I need to speed things up? Now, see,
No,
now you threw off my whole game. You threw off my whole game.
No, you don't talk slow. I can listen to you fine, but when I'm at work, I speed you up so I can listen to more of your shows because I'm trying to go through all of your library and Christina's at the same time.
Now you're just making an excuse. You're saying that I talk slow. That's all. You're saying I talk slow. I need to speed it up.
Oh no, you're fine like that. It's just when I'm at work, I want to cram as much information in as possible.
Sure. Okay.
It's yours. To all different kinds of things too. I listen to crime podcasts and faster. I listen to Christina. I listen to what else do I listen to?
It's okay. It's
a
okay.
lot of other things too.
You don't have to promo other stuff. But here's the thing: it's your story, Donna, and I want you to stick to it.
Well, I do. I enjoy listening to the regular speak because I watch you on YouTube like this, and I can't speed it up.
Oh, you can't speed up
right,
YouTube?
speed it up.
Oh.
Well, I probably could, but it wouldn't look right because looking at something speeded up bothers me, but listening to something doesn't for some reason. But I want to cram as much information as possible in my brain in as little time as I possibly can.
Donna,
because I'm wanting to get my learn on while I'm getting my earn on.
Donna, can I say something now? Is
Yes.
it okay? Permission to speak?
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Okay. I've lost control of the show, Donna. Thank you so much.
Sorry.
I want you to enjoy. I want you to enjoy your weekend. Thank you so much.
I sure will.
You're the best.
And puck wedgies, ramen noodles, and go Buckley Teppy.
Bye, Donna.
Bye.
Go Beckley Teppy. She's the best, man. She's the best. I can't do a Fadernight without Donna from Kentucky. That was too much. I've lost control of the show. This is Fade to Black. I am your host, Jimmy Church. It's Thursday night. It is Fadernight. It's your calls. It's your conversation. That's what we do on Thursday nights. 818-921-6929 or 323-275-9695. More of your phone calls are next. This is Fade to Black. Stay right there.
This is Fade to Black with Jimmy Church on the Game Changer Radio Network.
Your 1 million gigawatt paranormal powerhouse, KUNX-DB, VX.
Hello, Fadernauts. Jimmy Church here. You've seen me with my Thunderstorm. Now you can purify the air in your home and get healthy, clean, fresh-smelling air and eliminate odors just like I do right here in the bunker. The EdenPURE Thunderstorm uses oxy technology that naturally sends out O3 molecules into the air, which seek out odors and air pollutants in your home and destroys them. It's called a thunderstorm because it purifies the air just like after a thunderstorm. And right now, you can save $200 on an EdenPURE Thunderstorm 3-pack for whole home protection. With this special offer, you're getting 3 units for under $200. Seriously. Go to EdenPureDeals.com and use Fader3. Shipping is free and it's easy. Just scroll down. You'll see my name right there, Jimmy Church. Click on it and get your deal today. That's EdenPureDeals.com.
This is Billy Carson, founder and CEO of ForbiddenKnowledge.tv. ForbiddenKnowledge.tv is the fastest growing and one of the most watched networks in the world. And I would like to personally invite you to check out our expanding library of TV, film, lectures, and special presentations. ForbiddenKnowledge.tv has over 6,000 videos covering lost history, health, UFOs, spirituality, and our future. We are committed to our community, and with my personal invitation, you can, right now, get your own free 30-day membership at ForbiddenKnowledge.tv. Your own library of information starts today at ForbiddenKnowledge.tv.
Because you never got that pony you always wanted. Damn it. Jimmy Church and Fade to Black on the Game Changer Network.
Listen, I know, and you know, that you've always wanted your first crystal skull. Or maybe you're a collector just like me, but you just don't know where to go to find the real thing. Then I met Carolyn Ford over at EinsteinTheCrystalSkull.com. Carolyn is the guardian of Einstein, one of the most respected ancient crystal skulls in the world. All of her unique skulls have been imprinted sitting with Einstein in his sacred lodge and are carved from the finest gemstone and materials. Imprinting is the process of receiving the ancient wisdom from the master skull or master computer, Einstein the Ancient Crystal Skull. To see Carolyn's current collection of crystal skulls, just visit her store at EinsteinTheCrystalSkull.com or click on the banner over on our site. Don't forget to use the promo code Jimmy at checkout to receive 10% off of your order today. That's promo code Jimmy. Finding your first or next crystal skull is easy. Just visit EinsteinTheCrystalSkull.com.
Hello, I'm Katie, and you're listening to my main man, Jimmy Church, on JimmyChurchRadio.com.
Hi, this is Ray Hobbs here, repping the planet, and you're listening to my good friend, Jimmy Church, Fade to Black.
This is Toby Kebbell. You're listening to JimmyChurchRadio.com. Don't hurt me, Jimmy. I'm only little.
Hey, I'm Adrian Grenier, and this is Ari Gold. We're the Honey Brothers.
Yes.
We're also Honey Brothers. Hey, I'm Adrian Grenier, and I'm Ari Gold. We're the Honey Brothers, and you're listening to Jimmy Church.
The Revolution.
This is Jimmy Church of Fade to Black, and you can become an official Fadernight by just going to our membership section at JimmyChurchRadio.com.
Hello, this is Serena Wright Taylor from Conscious Life Expo, and you're listening to Fade to Black with Jimmy Church, who holds the Lucky Pony record for the best astrological chart since 1963. True story.
This is Micah Hanks of the Gralien Report, and you're listening to Jimmy Church on Fade to Black.
Welcome back. Fade to Black. I'm your Jimmy Church. All right. It's Thursday night. It's Fader night. It is open lines all night long. 323-275-9695 or 818-921-9695. It's open lines all night long. Whatever you'd like to talk about. Let's see who's up next. Hi, you're live on Fade to Black. Who's calling? You're live.
Hello?
Yes.
Oh. Hi, Jimmy. How you doing?
I'm doing good. Who's this?
My name is Kurt. Calling to say hi. This is the first time I've ever called into a radio show in my life.
Where are you calling from?
Roseburg, Oregon.
Calling from Oregon. What's on your mind tonight, Kurt?
I'm really kind of surprised that we have never, ever met.
Why is that?
Considering, well, did you grow up in like the Glendale, Pasadena, that area of LA?
Well, I've lived here. I didn't grow up there, but I've been here since '84. So Glendale, Pasadena. I lived in Glendale. I lived by the mall there in 88, I think.
Yeah, I there in '83. But I'm really kind of shocked because like I used to go to the Whiskey and the Rainbow and all those clubs and all that kind of stuff, and like your music industry, or you know the people in it. And perhaps you don't know my friend Doug. He was a sound engineer. He used to grip it for Night Ranger, the band back in the day.
But did you play in a band?
Oh, I was like totally musically inept until I got to college.
Oh, okay.
And then my roommate was one of those high school jocks who loved to play music, or not, or he liked to one up you, I should say. And he would always challenge me to competitions that I always failed that year. And then he picked up the guitar and I could see it coming. So I picked up the guitar. I could play.
Hey, Doug. Doug, you need to speak into the phone.
I'm sorry.
There you go.
So, there you go. Sorry. So I picked
you
up
went
the guitar.
But so you went through music in the Sunset Strip, Glendale and Pasadena, and now you're listening to Fade to Black. Were you always into conspiracies and UFOs and aliens and ET and all that stuff?
The problem is my great uncle was a gentleman named Herbert B. Powell. He was a 4-star general in the military. Started from like World War II all the way through Korea and all that stuff, Vietnam. And he knew a lot more than most people should. They were calling him back to the Pentagon at 86, at age 80. I'm like, I would talk to him like, you're retired. Why are they calling you back? And he said, I know where everything is. And like, okay, that's weird. And then my cousin, be a reverse engineer in that in Nevada. And all he would say was, you know, I reverse engineer stuff.
Hey, Doug, you need to speak into the phone.
So, sorry. So, like my cousin, Bob, was a reverse engineer. And what he would do would be, he would get stuff on his workspace and he'd have to reverse engineer what he was given. And I'm like, well, where did you get this material? How do you know why don't you know what it is? And he's like, well, I don't know what it is. I have to reverse engineer it. And like, where did it come from? And my cousin would say, I don't know. And I say, well, what's it like? And he would say, like, it's like a caveman getting it.
Okay, hey, Doug, I can't continue the phone call like this when you're talking. You know, it's all muffled. It's very hard for people to hear. You got to be loud and clear.
How is this?
Well, it's fine if you keep it that way. Okay, so
you know what? I made a mistake. I was on speakerphone and I didn't know it.
Okay, so you said you had a cousin that was reverse engineering stuff, but he didn't know what he was reverse engineering.
Right. He basically said it was like a caveman given a TV, and he had to figure it out and what it was, how to work it, and how to make it again. But like that's all the information he would give me.
So you're
and then when I talked about,
you're assuming this was ET alien stuff?
No idea.
Uh-huh.
He didn't take the Janus flights over to his job. He took the green bus.
Where
he retired,
where did he work?
Somewhere in Nevada, he would not say.
Okay. Yeah, interesting.
But my great uncle was a guy named Herbert Powell, and I truly feel he was way overlooked on what he did with the whole UFO stuff. He literally started in World War II and worked his way up through. He was 86 when they called him back in the Pentagon. Like he went through, World War II, Korea, Vietnam, and all the way through it. And basically all he would ever tell me was, well, I know where everything is. So, and he was also ambassador to New Zealand. And I started looking at his timelines, and everything lines up to where like all the bases would have been set up and who would have been the logistics to set those bases up. And that lines up with him.
Well,
like his career.
Did you know him? Did you talk to him?
I literally talked to him like maybe one time.
Right. You're right about that. He was a general. He served in World War II and the Korean War, but he was in the infantry. He commanded the Third Army. He commanded the Pacific Army. He commanded the 25th Infantry Division and the 17th Infantry Division. He did get a Distinguished Service Cross. He got a Distinguished Service Medal. Got a Legion of Merit. Got a Bronze Star, Purple Heart, and an Air Medal. So highly decorated for sure. He's in his last picture, he's a 1-star. He's a 1-star general.
He was a 4-star.
Okay, well, I'm just looking at his.
That's what gets me is like. I know for a fact because I've seen him in a picture, a family photo where he was 4-star.
Okay.
I'm like, so wait a minute, everything in the Wikipedia bio is 1-star?
No, I'm just looking at his picture from 1956. He served until 1963. So in 1956, he was a 1-star general for sure. I'm looking at the picture here, but what happened between 56 and 63, I don't know. He's got a pretty good. He's got a pretty.
See, that's what gets me is
pretty big Wikipedia page.
I kind of knew his. I knew his family. Like I'm part of his family and all that stuff, and I wanted to write a book about him.
Yeah,
so I started doing research.
In 1963, Kennedy appointed him as the United States ambassador to New Zealand and Samoa. And he did that from 63 to 67. He died in 98, man. He lived until he was 94.
I know.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. Well, yeah. Okay. Well, Kurt, I don't know. When it comes to backwards,
that's where the roadblock comes in my life is I want to know more about his life. But every time I've contacted like through FOIA or all that stuff, I get roadblocked. Like nothing.
Yeah.
It's like zero. I'm like, well, who do I talk to now?
Right.
Like every time I try to like do anything, it's like, oh, we don't know who this guy is. Like, how could you not know who he is?
Yeah. Well, and as far as your cousin goes, I'd give him a call. Dude, was it aliens? That's what I would do.
Oh, he would know.
Yeah,
no.
He'd answer.
I asked my great uncle and I asked my cousin about the same thing, and both of them. My great uncle said battle ears. Like I had to repeat the question. He's like, I can't hear you. I got battle ears. I'd ask my cousin. He's like, that's just what was on my desk.
Yeah.
And then he would end it with like a caveman with a TV. And like, yeah, well.
Well, it makes sense though. Makes sense.
Yeah, well, you get in that level, you can't really say much.
No, you're not supposed to, right? So that's what you got to do. Just pump a couple of shots in them and see if you can get them to loosen up. Hey, Kurt.
Yeah, that's not going to happen. Hey, by the way, one more question.
Yeah.
One last question. Do you have a solar guitar?
Do I have what?
A solar guitar.
Silver?
Solar.
A
solar guitar.
SILVER.
SOLER.
SOLER. No, I don't. Are they good?
Yeah.
Okay.
They're really good.
Let me see here.
They're really good.
SOLER guitar. Let's see what these are. Let's see.
Ola England.
Let's see. No, there's no. You sure it's not SOLAR?
Could be. It's Ola England is the person who like created them.
Oh, you're talking about. Oh, yeah, he's great.
Yeah, isn't he though?
Yeah, he's from isn't he from like Iceland?
Something like that. Sweden, Iceland.
Yeah, Sweden. Yeah, that's where he's from, Sweden. He's a funny dude.
He is hilarious.
Yeah, he's hilarious. No, I watch his videos all the time. Yeah, and he's a great player, but funny dude. There's a video that he did. I think it's like a 2-parter where he takes a bunch of his YouTube money and he goes guitar shopping with his wife, and it's hilarious, man. And he ends up buying this Strat for like $8,000, man. And he didn't want to do it. He was looking for something else a lot cheaper. And he went to like 3 or 4 guitar. Anyway, I don't want to get in to that, but that is a funny video. And when you find the guitar that you want, and it was a Strat, 3 single coil, vintage Strat, the opposite of what he does. He's a heavy metal shredder, and that's it. Flying V's with Floyd Roses but he's a great player. And what's that his quote? Oh yeah, does it chug?
Yep, does it chug?
Does it chug? I love that guy, man. He's the best. Hey, Kurt, enjoy your weekend, man, and thank you for the phone call.
Yeah, I appreciate it. Thank you. You have a good night.
I appreciate it. Thank you so much. And I love first-time callers around here. Oleg, if you guys ever get the chance, go and check out Oleg's videos. They are the absolute best. I'm putting you on hold. Stay right there. He is so funny and such an amazing player. I mean, just a really good player. Just funny. His personality, I would hang out with him. He's somebody that, yeah, I would hang out with. Let's go to the phones. Hi, you're live on Fade to Black. Who's calling?
Randy.
Hi, Randy. Where are you calling from?
Acton, Canton, Ohio.
Canton, Ohio. Everybody hears
Yes, sir.
Canton, they think of the NFL Hall of Fame. No, that's baseball. Is it baseball, Canton?
No, it's the Football Hall of Fame.
It's the Football Hall of Fame. You see, it shows you how much I'm into sports these days. Canton. So,
me neither.
Yeah, there you go. What's on your mind tonight, Randy?
I just want to say I want to hear more Scott Walter, more Knights Templar, more Timothy Hogan, more America, Hidden America. I want to hear all of it.
Yeah, me too. I'm right with you on that one. Timothy Hogan is crazy smart. He's a very fun guy, and Scott Walter. I would have Scott on every night if I could. Yeah, I'm being straight.
I would listen to it every night if you did.
Yeah, he's the absolute best, and it's a friendship that's going to last forever. It's very rare, especially at my age, when you meet somebody and it just clicks, right? Scott and I get each other, right? We just do, man. We just do. And I just love having him on the show. It's fun. It's easy. He's smart. And all I want to do is push him and push him and push him. And it's great. So I'm with you on that, Randy. Okay, so what else is on your mind? What's going on?
Oh, not too much. Just looking forward to more of that.
I'll bring you more. Deal?
I appreciate it. Thank you, Jimmy.
You have a good night, Randy. Go Beckley Tepe.
Yes, sir.
Right on. That's a good phone call right there. He's right, though. More Scott Walter, right? More Hogan. Can't argue with that. You just can't argue with it. Hi, you're live on Fade to Black. Who's calling? You're live. 3. Oh, hold on. Calm down. I hit the wrong button. Okay, now you're live.
Oh, shit.
Yeah. Oh, no. No potty mouth.
Hello, brother.
Who's this?
Yeah. This is John from Connecticut.
John from Connecticut. What's on your mind tonight, John?
Yes, sir. I'd like to talk a little bit about the Wilson memo.
Yeah, go ahead. Me too.
What was that? What was that list again called that he couldn't get on? I forgot.
Oh,
what was the name of that list?
The Bigot list.
The Bigot list. Oh my God!
I know.
What a name! Huh?
I know, right? What a name. Well, I think what it stood for, though, it's an acronym for British invasion of German occupied territory. That's what it stands for. So when they invaded, like Normandy, right? They had to keep that a secret. So the people that knew about the Normandy invasion or whatever else they were doing, right? Sicily, whatever, Libya. So to get on those lists of knowledge of these secret, operations in World War II against the Germans, you had to be on the Bigot list. British invasion of German occupied territory, Bigot. Now, we know what Bigot is here. Okay. Nobody wants to be called that. But that is Bigot, and the Bigot list, which comes out of the United Kingdom, that is, you are vetted to the highest security levels. That's it. If you're on the Bigot list, it's trust.
And I don't mean to cut you off, but the three people that Admiral Wilson didn't want to admit to, that he was like, that's
project manager. It was a project manager, an attorney, and the head of security.
Right. He said he didn't want to acknowledge that he recognized those names on the list. Do we know anything about those people?
No, he said he didn't recognize any of the names on the list. Maybe 3. That's what he said.
Right, and then maybe 3. And those out of those 3, do we know anything about those people?
No, I have to go back and review that. It's bad radio. I'm not prepared. I'm not going to read pages and stuff.
That's fine, because I got all screwed up too because I was nervous coming on live.
That's fine.
But another question for you: what's to stop people from going out in front of Lockheed and start protesting?
Have you been to Lockheed?
I mean, I haven't, but I'm sure that there's a parking lot you can go to.
No, you can't.
Bad publicity is not
can't.
good publicity.
No, you can't. It's. I live next to Lockheed Skunk Works, and I take friends over there all the time. Right, I'll throw them in the Jeep and go. You want to see Lockheed Skunk Works? You want to see Air Force Plant 42? You want to see NASA? Let's go. It's right up the street, right? Okay. And trust me, everybody over there knows my Jeep. They watch me pull in and make a U-turn in front of the gate, and I point out that they see me all the time. And I'm pointing out the signs, murder by death, right? The signs that are there. And you're not getting from each entrance where the gates are, I'm going to say you're a half a mile at its closest. You're a half a mile away from any action. It's in the middle of the desert. You're protesting in front of barbed wire, and nobody's going to see you or care.
No, I understand all that. I understand that. What do you think about the guy, Eric? He seems like he has really loose lips, doesn't he? On paper in this memo.
Oh, you're talking about Eric Davis.
Right, Eric Davis, right. I mean, this is the guy with all the security clearances. He's trying to find out what's going on. I mean, do you think that he's going to lose everything now, or maybe something's going to happen to him because this paper got out because of him, and yada yada yada?
Right. Well, that's a really good point, and he's also staying very silent. I think that he's been asked about the Wilson Davis docs and to go on record. Many have reached out to him. I can't remember if I did. I might have written him 3 years ago. But putting that aside, his response was, look, I work for Aerospace Corporation. This is what I do, and I can't comment. And that's where he's left it right now. He works for Aerospace Corporation. He's a physicist, and he's in the private sector, and that's what he's doing. And he's got to have a security clearance to be working there. And I just don't think that he's going to be commenting on this anytime soon, unless so compelled, like subpoenaed by the House or the Senate to come and
testify. That's going to be awesome if that ever happens.
That'd be great.
Listen, Jimmy, I appreciate you taking my call, man. I'm a huge fan. Keep up the great work. It's been an amazing week. And go back to Tepe.
Right back at you, John. I appreciate it, brother. Thank you so much.
Yes, sir.
Have a good night. Go back, Lee Tappy. This is Fade to Black. It's Thursday night. It is Fadernight. It is open lines all night long. It's your calls. It's your conversation. UFOs, conspiracy, guitars, lost history, the paranormal, the supernatural, food, movies, pop culture, whatever. I'm just here to hang out with all of you. It is a great night. It has been an amazing, great week. I'm in a fantastic mood. More of your phone calls are next. This is Fade to Black.
Way out here, we listen to Jimmy Church.
You're listening to Fade to Black.
You're listening to Jimmy Church and Fade to Black on the X.
¿Qué tal, mis amigos? Yo soy Mario Carson, el tiburón, y los invito para que escuchen a mi buen amigo Jimmy Church Radio. ¡Claro que sí!
The Believer is the chilling true story of Dr. John Mack, a renowned Harvard psychiatrist and Pulitzer Prize winner.
This is an outreach program from the cosmos to the consciously impaired.
He risked it all to investigate human encounters with aliens. The Believer, Alien Encounters, Hard Science, and the Passion of John Mack. Written by award-winning former New York Times journalist and author Ralph Blumenthal. Now available in paperback from High Road Books.
Introducing the Game Changer blend from Rivermoon Coffee that delivers a customized blend made specifically for the Fadernauts. If the game is rigged, change the game. It's a bolder cup with some bite. Game Changer is the coffee of choice for those that prefer an organic dark roast that is slightly lighter and milder, but it's still dark. With wild notes of pecans and chocolate with a rich, balanced, full-bodied cup that is roasted to perfection for a great coffee to start your day, as an after-dinner coffee or anywhere in between. Artisan, small batch roasted to perfection. USDA certified organic, all Rivermoon coffee is freshly roasted and packaged in the USA. Just go to rivermooncoffee.com or click on the banners over on our site and use the promo code F2BBLEND for 15% off of your order today. rivermooncoffee.com. Do you want to be an official Fadernaut? Of course you do. This is Jimmy Church of Fade to Black. Just go to our membership section at jimmychurchradio.com. Fadernauts, when you think about the future of our country and where we're headed, do you wonder about the food supply? I do. Disruptions in the food supply chain could be disastrous, and they usually occur with little warning. That's why the smartest thing you can do today is to stockpile emergency food, water, and other essentials. I personally recommend My Patriot Supply. They're the nation's largest emergency preparedness company, serving millions of customers for more than a decade. In fact, they're the only source my family trusts for our preparedness plan. You should too. Right now, save 20% off a full 4-week supply of delicious meals that provide 2,000 calories a day. Saving 20% helps too, doesn't it? Especially now. So go to preparewithjimmy.com and get ready. That's preparewithjimmy.com. There's no time to lose. Do it now.
So, you love talk radio? Then you'll love TalkStreamLive.com. TalkStream Live is always on, 24/7 with the best streaming talk shows. Find your favorite talkers and discover some new ones. It's free, readily available online or on mobile with any smartphone or tablet. Finding your favorite talk shows all in one place has gotten a whole lot easier. Just go to TalkStreamLive.com. Be sure to download the free apps from Google Play or the iTunes App Store.
You listen to us, and we listen to you. And so does the CIA.
Hi, I'm Ray Sobbs, and I'm here to tell you about something I really think you're going to like. The UnX Network is a part of a larger group called UnX Media, and one of the things we offer is the quarterly UnX magazine, which is available both in print and digital formats. This amazing magazine covers all aspects of the unexplained and makes for a great coffee table periodical that is certain to spark enlightening conversations in your living rooms. We invite you to check out the latest digital issue for free. Just go to unxnetwork.com/membership and fill out your free membership with your name and email and become a new free member. The new summer issue is now available, and the theme is time anomalies, which includes a feature article written by our managing editor, Lee Spiegel. Just go to unxnetwork.com/memberships. That's unxnetwork.com/memberships and get your free e-copy of the UnX magazine today.
You are listening to Fade to Black with Jimmy Church on the Game Changer Network.
Oi, oi, I'm Reese Evans. You're listening to Jimmy Church. This is Revolution. The revolution will not be televised. The revolution is on radio. Ciao.
Welcome back, Fade to Black. I'm your host, Jimmy Church. Thursday night, Fadernight, open lines all night long. You know what to do. 818-921-6929 or 323-275-9695. Oleg, does it chug? You need to check him out. I forget his last name. Yeah, River Moon Coffee. Open lines all night long. Your calls, your conversation. Let's see who's up next. Hi, you're live on Fade to Black. Who's calling?
Hello.
Yes.
It's me. It's Marla. Marla Martinson.
Where are you calling from?
From Seattle.
You're not on the road?
No, Jimmy, it's me, Marla Martinson.
Oh, Martinson. You didn't say it was Marla Martinson. You didn't.
It's Marla Martinson. I'm in Seattle.
Yeah, that's right. You moved up there. We miss you down here, by the way.
And I'm coming back. I think I'm visiting in October, and I'll be there for the Conscious Life Expo.
Of course.
So I do. Yes, I come back. And anyway, I just thought I'd call open lines and say hello and share a paranormal experience.
I would, it's not that often that a rock star calls in, and takes the time out of the rock star lifestyle. The lifestyles of the rich and famous, like Marla Martinson, and calls in just to say, hey. But, man, it's great to hear your voice. Are we going to do one of our famous videos in February?
Oh, yes.
Okay.
Oh, yes.
All right.
As soon as I see you, I'll be tackling you, and we'll do the videos and whatever else you want to do.
It's going to be awesome.
Great.
It's going to be awesome. So you've got a paranormal story. You've got my attention.
And I'm in here a lot. Most nights I pop in for a while and loving the show. So anyway, recently. So I don't know if you have, Jimmy, have you ever had this experience where you had the sleep paralysis?
One time. No, I probably had it a few, but the classic, like the crazy one, once, and it scared the crap out of me. Yeah.
It's so crazy. How it's so scary. How long did it last? Do you think?
I'm going to say 15 minutes.
What?
Yeah, 15 minutes.
Wow.
15 minutes.
That's a long time to be paralyzed.
I didn't dig it. I didn't dig it. I didn't dig it at all. In fact, Marla, after that, I slept with the lights on and the TV on for 10 years.
Oh my God.
Mm-hmm.
I would too.
So tell me yours.
It's been happening to me for many, many years, and it happens like regularly, like every few months. And the latest one, I was laying in my bed, and my dog was down in LA with my husband. She wasn't here, but all of a sudden I feel like this, as if my dog is in the bed, like something's coming in the bed towards me, like towards my legs.
Mm-hmm.
I feel the blankets moving, and I think, oh, it's Macy, my dog, and I think, oh no, Macy's not here. I'm like, oh crap, what is that? And then all of a sudden my wrists are grabbed, and they're holding me down, and I'm like calling in, first I used to call in Archangel Michael and Jesus and say, take this entity away. And I thought, no, I'm badass enough. I'm going to tell this entity, whatever it is, all right, let go of my wrist and just you stay calm, because it's so scary, because you don't know when it's going to let go. It probably doesn't even last 15 seconds, but it's so scary.
Mm-hmm.
And so it let go. And then later I had this feeling, maybe it's my spirit guide trying to get my attention, kind of trying to scare me, but it's so scary. It's just like, this was the one where I really felt something coming in and then grabbing my wrist. And I'm wondering, maybe in the chat people have experienced that. But, I don't know why.
But Marla, you're a professional. Okay, so tell me, what did you do next? Were you in bed with anybody? You said this.
No.
You were in bed alone.
Alone.
Oh.
Yeah, alone.
Wow.
Alone. And I feel this something coming in, like the cover's almost moving. And I'm like, okay, that's when I said, what or who is that?
Right. So, yeah, that's not cool. That's not cool. Okay, so Marla, so what did you do? Did you turn on the lights? Well, did you stay up all night? Did you take out your tarot cards? What do you do?
My tarot cards. Because it's happened to me so many times that I just like, okay, they're gone. It's gone. And then I know it's, it's fine. It's not going to be. And then I just, go to sleep.
Right.
But it's so terrifying in the moment, and you don't know if are they going to let go. But they never hurt me.
Mm-hmm.
Just scared the crap out of me. Now, one night in LA, I remember I was sleeping on the couch. I think my husband was watching TV really loud or whatever, and I moved out on the couch, and my back was towards the living room, and I was laying there, and all of this, and it was like maybe 2 or 3 in the morning. All of a sudden, I feel this hand on my lower back, like somebody standing there and putting their hands on my lower back. And I thought, is that Adolfo? And I thought, no, he wouldn't walk out here in the middle of the night and put his hands on my lower back. And I looked and there was nobody there, but it was probably like the spirit guides or whatever. The angels just touching my back. Like, we're here. Everything's okay.
And I know you've heard me talk about, my ghost, right? I'm in a haunted house and I just deal with it. And so I made a deal a couple of weeks ago with my ghost, and I haven't really talked about it. I kind of mentioned it earlier today. Are you watching me? Are you watching the video?
No.
Oh, you're just listening.
Can I watch it? I don't know if I can watch it and be on.
No. Okay. Well, you can go back later. I'm going to show this to everybody here on the camera, and you can check this out later. This is my shoe rack this morning. Okay. So there it is. And there's a pair of shoes that has fallen off of the rack. And so I made a deal with the ghost. I said, okay, you're telling me to wear these shoes, I guess. And on the shoe rack over the last couple of weeks that you can see here, different pairs of shoes have been falling down. a pair. And what's weird is it's not like one shoe, like a black shoe and a white shoe, or red, or one of the or whatever. No, it's a pair. It's a pair of shoes, and look, and you can see they're just like perfectly down there. So anyway, I made a deal. I'm going to wear the shoes that you're telling me to wear. So today I put these shoes on. So these are the shoes that I'm wearing today, right? The ones that fell down. And I did it yesterday, and I did it the day before, and I've been taking pictures of each day of the pair of shoes that this friggin' ghost is. And the reason why I bring this up, Marla, is I'm not being hurt, right? There's nothing crazy going on. You know what I think? I think it's a female ghost trying to dress me. That's right. So I'm going to play this little game, and I've been doing it for a couple of weeks. Hasn't been every day, but like every other day, a different pair of shoes, a pair.
I see it. I pulled it up. That's the white shoes that are down.
Yeah.
Cool.
Oh man.
Put a camera in. Somebody said put a camera in there so you can see them. What happens?
Listen. I can do that. I have the capability. I don't want to know. I honestly don't want to see it happen. I think that I would freak out. No, let's not. If we had some professionals in here, that could come in and do it, but not by myself. No.
Why, hey Jimmy? Why are you afraid of this ghost?
No, I'm afraid of stirring the pot. No, it's weird. I don't want to know. I have a security system here. And I have cameras inside of the house and outside of the house, and I have motion detectors inside and outside of the house. And I do that for peace of mind, right? So that's it. And there are so many lights on the outside of my house that I look a little paranoid, but the point is, I am so thankful that with all of the motion detectors that are throughout the house, and all of the the sensors on all of the doors and windows, that nothing has gone off. That nothing. I have not. I think I would lose my mind. I have upstairs and downstairs. I have these little chimes. So if anything opens, right, or if it goes bing, right, bing. So if I leave the house, or if I open up the patio door, or if I open up a window, it goes bing, bing, right. I'm waiting for the night that I'm in bed, and that friggin' thing goes bing, right? Whoa,
yeah,
whoa.
Now,
so I got panic buttons and things, and I'll be like, straight to the police.
Did you check into the history of that house? Did someone die there? Did you find out anything? Like who that goes to?
Yeah, no, nothing was listed. And I've talked to my neighbors a lot, and my next door to every time I go out of town, I've got 3 neighbors here, one across the street, one on each side of me, and I let all of them know. Right, they've all got my phone numbers and things, and because if anything happens here, the police are going to be here. I'm not, if I'm not here, I need my neighbors to do some interaction, which is fine. They're all cool, and so. But I've talked to all of them. What's the history of the house? Well, there was somebody that was there for about 20 years, and then there was a family that was there for about 4 years, but nothing unusual, nothing crazy, and everybody seemed to like I haven't gotten any crazy stories out of anybody, No.
Yeah. Maybe it's maybe an American Indians going way back or something. Maybe some were there. by? Or
no, that I did do, Marla. That's a good question. Okay. So I looked into the history of Palmdale before the city was here, and there was a tribe. I don't remember the name of the tribe. Might have even been the Mojave, right? This is the Mojave Desert. But anyway, there was some ancient cultures that lived here. The only thing that I could find was about 10 miles north, up near Lancaster. There is a sacred site up there, but around me, no, there was nothing here. And, no insane asylums, nothing like that. You know what is about 5, maybe 10 miles away from me? There's
hospital.
A state prison.
Ooh.
Yeah, man, the Lancaster prison. I mean, it's a long ways for me, but it's you look at it on Google Maps and you're like, man, that's a little close. but
not for ghosts, it's not far.
What's that?
Not for a ghost, it's not far.
No, it's not. But
zip right over.
Yeah, it's a newer prison. It's not like the Ohio State Penitentiary from what was that movie with Tim Robbins? What's that movie? Tim Robbins when they escape?
Alcatraz?
No, it's Ohio State Penitentiary.
Oh, I don't know.
Where they go to the beach in Mexico, they escape. Oh man, it won the Oscar Best Picture.
Oh. Who's got Shawshank Redemption?
Yeah, Shawshank. It's not Shawshank. No. It's not a prison like that. It's not. Right. No, this is like a brand new one. Yeah, look, yes, I got it. Everybody did. Yeah. Shawshank.
Shawshank.
So, but has it happened since to you?
What? The sleep paralysis?
Yeah.
That was the last time. It was probably a couple months ago. And it happens to me about every few months. I don't know why. And then also the astral travel. Sometimes it's coinciding with that. I can feel myself leaving the body and the astral. And then because probably I'm more on the astral when I'm dealing with these entities that are coming in here. Sometimes we don't realize it because we do all leave the body when we're sleeping at night.
Right.
And we don't really realize we're already a lot of us is of our spirits out, our souls outside the body most of the time anyway. So it's a fascinating thing that happens. I think it's exciting. It's scary, but it's exciting because they're not going to hurt us. There's nothing they can do, but they just try to get our attention or scare us or whatever.
Well, I talked about this on the air. It was about 6 months ago. And I was laying on my left side, and I've got my iPad out. My iPad's in a stand, right? So it's next to me, and I'm looking at the iPad, and I've got my lamp on. It's turned on the nightstand on its low setting. So it's kind of dark, but it's on, right? And I'm reading the iPad. It's about midnight. And just like you just said, right in the middle of my back, a hand just like pushed. And now check this out. I didn't turn around. I just stayed. I kept reading the iPad, man. I was like, just that was weird. And I don't know if I was deep in thought, and I started to wonder if I imagined it. I'm trying to talk myself off the ledge, and trying to come up with answers with all of that. But I did not turn around. I'm telling you right now, I wussed out. There was no way. I just got up on my side. I was just like,
But if you turned around, you probably wouldn't have seen anything.
I didn't even, Marla, I didn't even avert my eyes.
Right.
No. I stayed right there. And but every the zing that goes through your body, that adrenaline, that's what happened. I mean, and it was funny. I'm being honest. I'm being straight. I'm just telling you, I was not the hero. No, man. Nope. I kept looking forward. Hey, Marla.
Hey, great. Thanks for chatting with me and love the show.
Yeah, I love you. Call me when you're in town in October, and love to see you. Love to have you come over. We'll have dinner, and then of course I'll see you in a couple of months at the Conscious Life Expo. But when you get to LA, give me a call.
Okay. Thanks. Bye, everybody.
Marla Martinson. Thank you, Marla. It's not every time. It's not every Fader night where we get a rock star calling into this program. That's amazing. There's a couple things I want to unpack. What Marla said when she was asking me questions. I have three video cameras, actual video cameras, Sony video cameras. I've got 3 of those. I've got all kinds of tripods. I've got all the memory cards. So I have 3 of those. 2 of them are night vision. I have a GoPro Hero 8, Hero 9, whatever it is. I've got that. It's on a stand. I've got that is just sitting there. I have the indoor and outdoor security cameras. And which are the outdoor cameras are always on. The indoor cameras I turn off when I'm home. I don't need to see myself in my own home. I have the ability to turn all of that stuff on. The motion sensors, I could show them to you, right? There's one right there staring at me. And there's one in that hallway. There's one in my front foyer. There's one in the back of the kitchen by the back patio doors. And so there's 4. There's 4 motion sensors downstairs. There's 2 upstairs. And but the point is, you don't turn on the motion sensors when you're at home. I could turn on the motion sensors. I could turn on the indoor cameras. But do I no. When I leave the house, if I leave for 15 minutes, I arm the house. Yes, everything is on. But unless they are tripped, I don't go and look. I don't want to see. I don't want to know. And if I remember when Tony Rathman was on the show, he's like, dude, man, turn that stuff on. You want to see if somebody's coming up or down the stairs, if a ghost is there. I'm like, no. If you're here, we can do it. If I have somebody here with me in the house, yes, that's different. But no, not when I'm alone. I don't want that stuff tripping off. I don't want to know. I don't want to see it. And what if I've had the outdoor cameras tripped off by cats in the neighborhood. Happens a lot. Not that big of a deal. I have the outdoor cameras triggered by what's the word? Amazon. Delivery people. Happens all the time. But I don't want anything indoor tripping off. No, and I don't want, and so putting a camera, I thought about it. Lisa Reed, Lisa, how you doing? Love you. She's listening right now. I'm going to get a text in just a second. I heard my name. Lisa was over and she got to witness, the shoes falling. And it's a freaky thing when it happens. It does. It's just like, it doesn't make any sense. And she said the same, put some cameras in here. I'm like, man, no. I was in bed watching TV, and it was after the show. or it was at night. I don't know if it was a show day or not, but I'm sitting, and so the TV's on, but it's pretty quiet, TV's on. And man, I heard from my left in through the bathroom where the master, the walk-in closet is, and I heard it, man, thump, thump. I was like, oh man, the shoes just fell down, and I stayed in bed. I did. I admit it. I'm not going to get up to watch Lisa's. I'm not going to walk in there. I just heard him thump. I'm not going to walk in there and see a ghost standing there. I'm not down with that. Lisa, she goes, okay, let's go check out the ghost. Can I see the shoes? I said, yeah. All right. And so we walk upstairs. She goes, where? I said, just walk through the bathroom. Walk into the closet, and she rounds the corner, and on my life, said, see? And I'm watching her react. I don't want to go through that. And I walked in there, and we put the shoes back, and she's looking at this, and she's like, that's great. I'm like, yeah. So anyway, put the shoes back, and it was like a half hour later. So we're cooking. We have guests coming over. We've got things going on. No, wait a minute. That night, we might not have had guests. Anyway, so she wants to go, let's go check out the shoes. All right, let's go. Walked upstairs. She walked, and I said, see, you were up here. I was not. I was with you for the last 30 minutes. And she just stood there confused. Because now you're looking at probably different shoes. I don't remember now. I think we took pictures. But those are experiences that it's one thing if Lisa is there. But when you're alone and watching her react like that, I don't want to be that person. And I'm not into the idea of putting cameras in there and seeing it happen. No, not into it. I'm just not. This is Fade to Black. I am your host, Jimmy Church. It's Thursday night. It is Fadernight. I got calls on hold. You stay right there. We'll get to your calls right after this short break. 818-921-6929 or 323-275-9695. This is Fade to Black. I'll be right back after this short break. Stay with us.
Hi, everybody. This is Rob Halford, the Metal Guard on JimmyChurchRadio.com.
Your 1 million gigawatt paranormal powerhouse, KUNX-DB, VX.
The Believer is the chilling true story of Dr. John Mack, a renowned Harvard psychiatrist and Pulitzer Prize winner.
This is an outreach program from the cosmos to the consciously impaired.
He risked it all to investigate human encounters with aliens. The Believer, Alien Encounters, Hard Science, and the Passion of John Mack. Written by award-winning former New York Times journalist and author Ralph Blumenthal. Now available in paperback from High Road Books.
Are you ready to read about true paranormal events? UNX Media publishes nonfiction books about UFOs, ghosts and haunted places, time anomalies, cryptid creatures, and more. Just like KUNX-DB Radio, it's all about unexplained phenomena. Visit www.unxmedia.com to see our list of great book titles by Debbie Ziegelmeyer, Gene Walker, Devin Listrom, Wayne Lawrence, Bill Spicer, and yours truly, Margie Kay. That's unxmedia.com.
This is Jimmy Church of Fade to Black, and I only drink Fade to Black blend coffee from River Moon. Just click on the River Moon coffee banner at jimmychurchradio.com. Promo code F2B blend.
This is the only way forward.
This is Fade to Black. Make contact.
When you take the beans from Central America with dashes of Indonesian and African mixed in and then roast it to the dark side of Fade to Black, you create the ultimate brew of fringe. Introducing the Fade to Black blend from River Moon Coffee. Yes, River Moon's darkest customized roast was created for the love of Fade to Black. The alchemy of masterful roasting and smoking the beans is in every sip of this full-bodied, dark Java. I need my coffee dark, deep, with distinct bittersweet chocolate highlights, just like the bunker. Leaning further into the darkness of the roast is Fade to Black Blend from River Moon Coffee. Just click on the banner at jimmychurchradio.com and use the promo code F2BBLEND for 15% off of your order today.
You want to know a secret? I love ponies. I really love ponies. I'm serious. I couldn't stay sane without ponies to brush.
Why Fade to Black? Because you never got that pony, damn it.
This is Fade to Black with Jimmy Church on the Game Changer Radio Network.
Welcome back. Fade to Black. I'm your host, Jimmy Church. Thursday night, Fadernight, open lines all night long. 818-921-6929 or 323-275-9695. Open lines all night long. It's your calls. It's your conversation. Let's see who's up next. Hi, you're live on Fade to Black. Who's calling? You're live. 3, 2.
Hello.
Yes.
Yeah. Hi, Jimmy. My name is Brian. I am in Arkansas, and I've been listening to you for quite a while. I'm here on and off, hang out in the chat room. But my question for you, getting to the bombshell week. My question here for you is, what's your greatest or biggest takeaway from this week, if you had to boil it down into in a nutshell?
My biggest takeaway is that Oak Shannon said himself out of his mouth that he called and knew Admiral Davis for a long time, and spoke to him about Eric Davis. And he said that he called Eric Davis and spoke to him about Admiral Wilson, that he admired both of them and had worked with both of them for a long time, and said that the two of them could trust each other, and it's okay for those two to talk. And then that was in the Eric Davis Wilson Davis document, and about the conversations that went back and forth and the vetting. And so that is crucial to the Wilson Davis document, that it is what it is.
That's excellent. That summarizes in a nutshell.
It does.
And a lot for me. Yeah.
It does. It should for everybody. Really, I mean, it should for everybody, where you can sit back. If you doubted it, and you should, absolutely, right? But if you've doubted it and then you get something like that, well, okay, so that removes the cloud of doubt, and now you can look at this document and start to assess it. Now, everything else with the Oak Shannon notes and the Jack Houck stuff, the notes from their meeting from 1985, that's 17 years before the Wilson Davis document. That was 2002. But it's the same players involved, right? And so we need to take all of that in consideration, too, as well. Who is Oak Shannon, and where he plays in all of this? And for somebody like that, who is named in both of these documents, even though they're 17 years apart, that somebody like him, a physicist, comes out, a U.S. Navy veteran, and then after the Navy went over to the Los Alamos National Labs and worked over there, for him to come out and say, hey, yeah, I had conversations with these guys. It's a pretty breakthrough moment. It is a bombshell.
It's a big deal.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a big deal. I agree. Well, thank you so much for taking my call. And I probably have so many things I could ask you or there's some other things, but that's for another time. Hopefully you'll take my call again. Thank
Absolutely.
you so much. Love your show, man.
Absolutely,
You're
Brian.
awesome.
Enjoy your weekend. Thank you. Okay, go Beckley
Thank
Tappy.
you so much. You too.
Right on. That's a good phone call right there. Thank you, Brian. Brian from Arkansas. For me to have gone through so much, I'm putting you on hold. So just stay right there. You're being put on hold. Do not hang up. All right, let's go to this next. For me, when you spend so much time going through evidence and documents and statements and people and personalities and claims and stuff, you just, you're walking through tall grass. You're walking through a tall cornfield, right? And you're making your way through this and you're just looking for answers. And then when something like this happens, where you get, some bona fide confirmation of very critical things, it's a big deal. I mean, it's a big deal. So yeah, it was just a great week. Hi, you're live on Fade to Black. Who's calling?
Is this Amanda? Have you got through to me?
Yes, I did. Who's this?
It's Amanda, and I'm ringing from the UK, East Yorkshire.
Right on, Amanda from the UK. That looked like an international number.
Yeah, I was trying to get through. I didn't understand when I could hear you through the phone, and I didn't realise, so I cut off and then tried ringing again, and it was engaged, and I finally got through, and I thought maybe I'd just sit and wait until you answer me and speak. But I was hearing your radio station, and I was thinking, oh, this is really odd. Jimmy, I went to your Soultech convention in 2018.
Oh, yeah, that was fun, wasn't it?
Yeah, you won't remember the two English girls that were there. I think we were the two only English people, apart from a chap that was there as well. But absolutely fascinating. And I've often heard you recount the story of the footprints that the kids found. And I remember seeing those
you were
as
there.
It happened as well.
Was that insane? That was crazy, wasn't it? That was just nuts.
Absolutely weird. But I found a track myself, near the stream, the back of the hut where the pond was.
Yeah, I heard about
the stream
that.
at the back of the ranch.
Right. I didn't see that one, but that was you that found that? I remember it, yeah.
Yeah, well, I don't know whether anybody else went to. I can't even remember if I told anybody, to be honest. But yeah, I was sat watching this moggy sunbathing. Sorry, that's a cat in the UK. And it was sunbathing, and I was just sat there watching it. And then it got up and walked away. So I thought, oh, fair enough. So I got up and walked the other direction. And then I saw this delve in the side of the stream, and I thought, oh, that looks a bit odd. So I put my fingers into it, and it went under a squashed barbed wire fence. And like the chicken wire that you get.
Mm-hmm.
And I could feel the toes underneath and everything like that. And I thought, wow. So I took a picture of it with my foot next to it. And so I was just like, wow, I don't believe this. But the year later, I came back to the US and I went to stay on one of your guests that you've had on your show. And I went to stay at his place for 2.5 weeks. And had some really weird Bigfoot experiences there. Really weird. And I thought, is he hoaxing this? But I couldn't find anything that was hoaxing that. So along with that, and along with UFO stuff that was at the ranch, set me off down a path that led me down lots of rabbit's holes. And I actually,
I love it.
Yeah, honestly, I listen to your show most nights. Not live, obviously. I can't catch up because it's now 5:10 in the UK, and I woke up at 3, couldn't sleep, and thought, I'll listen to Jimmy. He'll bore me back to sleep.
Yeah, I hear I'm a pretty good sleep sedative. Amanda, I'm going to be over in the UK next year in the summer. I'll be up in Manchester. So
that's not far. It's about 2 hours away from us.
Yeah, I'm going to host the Awakening conference there in Manchester. So, yeah, you got to come up there and hang out with us. It's going to be fantastic.
I certainly will. Well, I go up to Bempton, Bridlington, where it's supposed to be. It has things that happen like at Skinwalker Ranch.
Mm-hmm. Sure.
And I'm friends with Paul Sinclair, who I think you've heard of as well. He's very good friends with
He's great.
George Knapp.
Yeah. You know Paul?
Yeah,
Wow.
I do. Yes, I helped him out with his last book and did some of the proofreading on that. But I haven't seen him for a bit because of circumstances. It's about an hour away. But due to start going up there soon. Spoke to him last week.
Mm-hmm.
He's doing well. But I've had some weird experiences there at Bempton, definitely. And I've caught things on camera as well, which flew us because I have a thermal camera and I have one of the psionics aurora that you have.
Yeah.
And I caught a 6-minute film of 3 lights that were just hanging in the sky. You couldn't see them with your naked eye, and you couldn't pick them up on thermal either because I have a thermal camera, a Pulsar XP50 I have, and so does Paul. And the only thing we could pick it up on was the aurora, and it lasts 6 minutes, and you can see all these 3 lights. So yeah, definitely. I've had another couple of weird experiences up there as well, but really strange place.
Well, you know what I
So
want to
just
do?
thought,
Well, let me ask you this, Amanda, while I've got you on the phone. And thank you for calling from the UK. I know it's really late or early. It's probably, what, 5:30 in the morning there right now, right?
Yeah, it's just 5:10. Yeah.
We all know about Stonehenge, and that's great. But you know where I want to go? I want to go to Avebury when I'm over there.
Yeah.
What and have you had any special experiences at Avebury?
No, I've only been once, and that's down in Wiltshire. I don't think it's that far from Stonehenge, actually. I've visited it, not had any experiences there at all, but I have heard that other people have.
Yeah.
But that's quite a distance from where I live anyway. It's going down, it's not distances like you have there. I mean, when I went up to the year after I'd been to the ranch, and I went up to Washington State, and then we drove from Washington State down to Grants Pass, and it took us 6 hours.
Mm-hmm.
But I had some definitely weird Bigfoot experience at that place that I visited in Washington State as the guest of one of your guests.
Yeah. There is from Washington all the way down to Grants Pass and Shasta, right there on the California border. That's Bigfoot country. All the way into Northern California, down to Eureka and Mendocino. That's where the Patterson film was shot. Right there. That's Bigfoot country. And most of the people that you meet there, Amanda, they don't give a crap about UFOs, but they've all got a Bigfoot story, right? They can all tell you about Bigfoot. So, but I'm looking forward to seeing you again. I'll be there in about 6 months.
I'll look out for it.
Yeah, absolutely. Come and say hi, and we'll go break some bread again. Okay.
Certainly will. Certainly will. Nice
thank you, Amanda. Hey, tell Sinclair I said hello, will you? He's a good dude.
I will do. He actually met, I think, was it Billy Carson?
Yes.
At the latest one that he was also a speaker at as well, I think, in Manchester recently.
Blackpool.
I think he met Billy Carson there.
Yeah. He was in Blackpool, I think. Blackpool?
That's it. Blackpool, yeah. That'll be it, which is not far from Manchester.
No, it's not. It's not. But this time I'll be in Manchester, not Blackpool. I'll be in Manchester proper.
Yeah.
All
Excellent.
Right.
Lovely. Well, I'm hoping to get over to the US next year as well. So I'll see how that goes. I was in Las Vegas actually recently. But that was a business trip, so different thing altogether. But I wanted to go out into the mountains and everything, but we couldn't get on the Grand Canyon tours. They were full up, but But anyway, good luck with your Manchester thing, and you're going to Egypt soon as well. So lovely.
Yeah, it's going to be
a great time.
It's going to be a crazy rest of 2022, and I'm just, I am so I'm so optimistic about the future. We're at the end of the pandemic. It's over. The rest of the countries, everything's open, everything's fine, everything's cool. And I need to do what everybody else needs to do, which is make up for the last 2 years. Right?
Absolutely.
I am done being closed in. I want to be outside. I want to travel and I want to go hang out. And that's it. And that's what I'm going to do. So Amanda, I'm going to come and see you, and hopefully you're going to come and see me. I'll talk to you soon.
And if I get there, I'll definitely come and say hi. So go Beckley Teppy.
Go Beckley Teppy. Thank you, Amanda. Have a great day.
Thank you. You too. Bye.
Bye. That's a great phone call right there. Amanda from the UK. And she saw the Bigfoot prints. Yeah, from 2018. She was there. And I remember her too as well. And I hope she's listening. She's really cool. But she was there, man. She's still to this day at, you have the beer can sighting, the green chrome balls. That was amazing. Different things that have happened. And the other one, man, that Bigfoot print that the kids found. That was extraordinary. Let's go back to the phones. Hi, you're live on Fade to Black. Who's calling?
Hey, what's up, Jimmy?
And who's this? What's your name? I can kind of tell who this is. Oh, this is Bob.
Oh, come on, dude.
It's hold on. It's Brian. No, it's who is this?
Come on, Jimmy.
How you doing, Patrick? What do you want? What do you prefer to be called? I should call you Ronnie.
For dinner?
For dinner. I should call you.
That's it, dude.
Okay. If I called you Ronnie Dio, do you get the joke?
Hey, man. He was a good singer, dude.
No. Why would I call you Ronnie Dio? Think about that.
I'm not short. I don't know, man. You got me confused.
What was his first?
Did he like kebabs?
What was his first band?
Rainbow, wasn't it?
Nope. Elf.
You got me confused now.
Elf.
He had Black Sabbath. He had Rainbow.
Elf. His first.
Oh my God. Oh shit! You're right, man. Sorry about that.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Damn it.
See, that was pretty good.
I'm just thinking top bands. I wasn't thinking.
Oh man, Elf was a great band.
But it wasn't like popular, man.
It got him in Rainbow, didn't it?
Well, that's true.
They got him
All
in
right,
Rainbow.
man, I got questions for you, dude.
Okay.
I got to get this going.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay. Here's the first question for you. Did you have your skulls in the house when this started happening?
Yes.
So it didn't happen before the skulls?
No.
Okay. So I'm not thinking it's a ghost, dude. I'm thinking, you brought it with you. Which means
okay.
It has to be with your crystals.
Uh-huh. That's a good theory. Can't argue with that.
That's not a theory, man. I mean, if you have no history on that house or anything else, then you brought it with you.
Right. All right. Okay. All right. Thank you for freaking me the frig out. Okay.
So, here's what I'm going to tell you, man. I mean, we got to knock this out because I don't want you, I hate when you're talking like this on the radio. Everybody's like, oh, this guy is scared of everything. we got to fix this.
Well, but see, here's the thing. Okay. Patrick, listen to me for a second. If you're walking down the street at night alone and you're walking past the Munsters house, do you make a left-hand turn and go and walk into the haunted Munsters house alone? No, you don't. But if you're walking down the street with a couple of buddies and you're walking past the Munsters house, you walk in because your buddies are with you. That's okay. I'm here without my buddies. So I'm not going to poke the eye of the bear with a red hot tinder. It ain't gonna happen, man. I'm not. It's why do it? So
okay.
I've got my little agreement. I've got my little conversation, man. Okay, so check this out. All right, let me tell you guys a little story. This was like 3 nights ago. I go in. It's after the show, and I'm upstairs. I'm getting stuff, and I got a slice of pie on the nightstand, and I'm getting ready to watch a movie or whatever. And I go into the my walk-in closet, and I swear on everything that I love right now. I swear to you, I walked in there, and I heard from above me from like three different directions in about 10 seconds. I heard humming, like voices coming from the ceiling. Now, I could have, because above me is the attic door, right, that you pull down with the stairs that go up. I've got a flashlight right there sitting on the counter. I can pull that down, unfold the stairs, and go up there with a flashlight and check it out. Right?
Well, yeah, that's what you're supposed to do.
You do that with a friend. You don't do that alone.
I don't know, Jim. Me and you's different, dude, because I'm the first. Everybody always told me, hey, go in there and check that place out, man. Okay.
No, yeah, but you got friends with you. You don't pull down. Haven't you seen that movie? You don't pull down the attic door and unfold the steps and go up there. You don't. I've seen that movie 1,000 times. I'm not going to go poke the flashlight around and see some freaky creature on the back end of the looking at me like that. No, man.
The worst thing that's going to happen, you die, you move on.
Yeah,
Come on.
What's the worst thing that could happen? I'm going to be staying down the street at Embassy Suites that night, and then so no. I've got an agreement. We can all get along here, and I'm not going to bother you. You don't bother me. All right. Now, I bring friends over, and you guys want to go ghost hunting. I've got all the little recorders. I've got all the cameras. And you know what? I'll even get I'll get a the thing. I'll get an EM meter. I'll get some of those, and we'll go.
All you need some crystals, man, a candle, and to do a little bit of closing the old mind off, and that's all you need, man. You don't need all that equipment.
Oh, you mean to chase it out? You don't want to get something on camera? You don't want ghosts caught on
tape?
Chase it out.
I'm going to talk to it. That's where we're different. Don't you remember the time I told you about me letting that thing in me and it was talking to the person that was?
I do.
Yeah, Jimmy. Come on. All right, man. If I ever get out there, man, we're going to have fun sometime because I'm going to bring my crystals, come over, man. You make sure you have some candles, and we're going to have some fun.
Yeah.
You're going to see my eyes change colors, and you'll be sitting there being able to talk to whatever you want to talk to or whoever it is.
Yeah, I have candles. The other night, I don't want to come off a little, light in the loafers. I don't want to do that. But the other night, so I've got, I was like, man. Let's light some candles. Let's turn off the lights. I was like, nah, you know what? Nah, no, I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to do it. It's.
But seriously, man, I'll tell you what. I mean, I know you got a lot of crystals, but
I do.
Seriously, all I would do to start narrowing this down, pick 3 of them, take the rest of them somewhere else. Take 3, let them stay in the house for a couple of days, see if something happens. If those 3, nothing happens, then switch them out. Just, if you can, I don't know if you got a close neighbor or close friend within a few miles, but I just do that until you figure it out.
That's interesting. What is the, what do you think is the best crystal to have in the house to keep things clean?
Oh, man. I mean, it depends on what you're wanting to clean. The clear crystal quartz, you program them. So, I mean, they're programmable. You're going to do whatever intent you're going to put in there. I mean, that's what you're going to use.
Right.
But as far as negativity, hematite's really good. There's a lot of crystals for that. Lisa can hook you up with that stuff.
No, I have it. I have hematite. I've got a little bit of everything. I don't have a lot of one thing. I do have a lot of quartz, though. I've got a lot of, clear quartz that I do have, crystals and
now
skulls.
Remember, if you've got a crystal though of the skull that's got some, I don't know, I'm going to sound out there, but you got an entity or whatever you want to call it, an energy in it or something.
I
or
do.
If it's, you mess with Einstein, so they have their own personality.
They do. They do.
I mean, the skulls, because that's the intent that's put in them and everything else. But anyway, that's all I do. I just, I'll tell you what, sit down take one in your bedroom every night. Well, you're probably not going to do that. You'll be like, no, I need somebody to sleep with me.
No. Every time I've done the crystal skull in the bedroom, I've had just bad experiences. I mean, strange dreams and things. I'm not, you know what though? Check this out. Okay. Let me share this with you. For the last 2 weeks, I've been grounding. I haven't told anybody about this. Have you grounded? You ever ground?
Dude. Yeah, you go outside, stick your feet in the mud, the dirt, whatever, and you ground yourself for a while. You can tell.
No, I do it while I sleep. So I've got cables that plug into the wall and into the grounding of the house. You've got a special thing that goes in and tells you that you're grounded, right? And it lights up. And then you plug that in, and then the cables come down. And then I've got these grounding pads that go on my feet. And then you plug the cables into those, and they're on in between my heel and the ball of your feet, in your arch. And I've got one grounding pad on each one. And then that goes to the wall. Now, but here's the thing. So that grounds your body, right? You're grounding.
Okay.
But I'm going to tell you right now, you sleep straight through the night, number one. It's crazy, but you dream. I mean, woo! And so I haven't talked about this on the air, okay? Because it sounds too strange.
Right.
But the other night, and I remember all the dreams. I wake up in the morning, just like I remember. So
you write them down.
So check this out. Yesterday, I woke. Guess what? My dream, not this morning. My dream from 2 nights ago when I woke up yesterday morning. 8 hours. No, 7 hours, 6 hours. Me and Joe Rogan running around. And Joe Rogan all night. And Joe Rogan lived in a 1-room apartment behind the Comedy Store on Sunset Boulevard.
Right.
That was weird just in of itself. But he lived behind the Comedy Store. And him and I were just pals. Just doing all this. And I woke up, and it was the young Joe Rogan, the one from like before steroids, right? Not this one. And I woke up and I was like, Joe Rogan? What was that all about? And it was all night, man. It was like the craziest.
You don't dream without the cables?
Oh, I dream, but the last 2 weeks, I called my friend Elizabeth, that set me up with everything. I'm like,
right.
Are you supposed to dream like this? She goes, exactly. That's the best part. I'm like, oh my God.
So you got a dream journal going, right?
No, I don't. No.
Dude, I'm telling you, you've got to write all your dreams, write them down, because tell you what, take it for what you want, Jimmy.
Mm-hmm.
But give them a month or two, and all of a sudden you're going to see things, and you're going to be like, oh my God. And it's going to start connecting dots. But what I was going to tell you is one thing I always tell people with crystals, man. I got friends that didn't believe in energy and all this, so whatever.
Right.
So I always tell people, take a crystal, sleep with it under your pillow or by your bed for a week, and then figure out what it does. Some people dream heavy with them. Certain crystals make you sleep through the night.
Yep.
You won't dream. You just get a good night's sleep.
Right.
And that's what I always tell people to do with the crystal. That's why I was telling you, take your skulls, put one in there in the room every night.
Right.
Dude, you might find one that you could have a nice lucid dreams with.
Right. Well, I'm getting ready I've got to get to a commercial break here in 10 seconds. I'm getting the grounding pillowcases, and I'm getting the grounding mattress cover. It goes, underneath your sheet. And with the grounding cables, I'm going to go full tilt, man. It's crazy, and I'm not, they're not a sponsor of mine. I'm not advertising this. I'm not naming the company or anything like that. You guys need to go do your own thing, but it's pretty cool. I went into it with an open mind, but I didn't expect this. And I'm just refreshed, and it's just a crazy, great feeling that it gives you. You know, clear head and nutso dreams. Patrick,
kind of like the old days of smoking pot.
Yeah, Patrick, you always got to bring up the weed. Hey, Patrick, enjoy your weekend, my friend, and go kebab.
Have a good weekend, brother.
You too, man. Thank you so much.
Later.
Go back, Lee Tepe. All right, Patrick. That's a great phone call right there. 818-921-6929 or 323-275-9695. This is Fade to Black. It's open line. Some more of your phone calls after this short break. We got one segment left. Stay with me.
You're listening to Jimmy Church and Fade to Black on the X.
Hey, what up, y'all? It's your girl Vivica Fox here, and you are listening to my boy, Jimmy Church, on JimmyChurchRadio.com.
Despite popular opinion, reading a book will not make you smarter.
But listening to Jimmy Church will.
Hello, Fadernauts. Jimmy Church here. You've seen me with my Thunderstorm. Now you can purify the air in your home and get healthy, clean, fresh-smelling air and eliminate odors just like I do right here in the bunker. The EdenPURE Thunderstorm uses oxy technology that naturally sends out O3 molecules into the air, which seek out odors and air pollutants in your home and destroys them. It's called a thunderstorm because it purifies the air just like after a thunderstorm. And right now, you can save $200 on an EdenPURE Thunderstorm 3-pack for whole home protection. With this special offer, you're getting 3 units for under $200. Seriously. Go to EdenPureDeals.com and use Fader3. Shipping is free and it's easy. Just scroll down. You'll see my name right there, Jimmy Church. Click on it and get your deal today. That's EdenPureDeals.com.
This is Billy Carson, founder and CEO of ForbiddenKnowledge.tv. ForbiddenKnowledge.tv is the fastest growing and one of the most watched networks in the world. And I would like to personally invite you to check out our expanding library of TV, film, lectures, and special presentations. ForbiddenKnowledge.tv has over 6,000 videos covering lost history, health, UFOs, spirituality, and our future. We are committed to our community, and with my personal invitation, you can right now get your own free 30-day membership at ForbiddenKnowledge.tv. Your own library of information starts today at ForbiddenKnowledge.tv.
Your 1 million gigawatt paranormal powerhouse, KUNX-DB, the X.
Are you ready to read about true paranormal events? UNX Media publishes nonfiction books about UFOs, ghosts and haunted places, time anomalies, cryptid creatures, and more. Just like KUNX-DB Radio, it's all about unexplained phenomena. Visit www.unxmedia.com to see our list of great book titles by Debbie Ziegelmeyer, Gene Walker, Devin Listrom, Wayne Lawrence, Bill Spicer, and yours truly, Margie Kay. That's unxmedia.com.
Introducing the Game Changer blend from River Moon Coffee that delivers a customized blend made specifically for the Fadernauts. If the game is rigged, change the game. It's a bolder cup with some bite. Game Changer is the coffee of choice for those that prefer an organic dark roast that is slightly lighter and milder, but it's still dark. With wild notes of pecans and chocolate with a rich, balanced, full-bodied cup that is roasted to perfection for a great coffee to start your day, as an after-dinner coffee or anywhere in between. artisan, small batch roasted to perfection. USDA certified organic, all River Moon coffee is freshly roasted and packaged in the USA. Just go to rivermooncoffee.com or click on the banners over on our site and use the promo code F2BBLEND for 15% off of your order today. rivermooncoffee.com.
Are you intrigued by Paranormal Talk Radio? You'll love the new Paranormal Radio app from TalkStream Live. You'll find a great selection of talk shows covering UFOs, ghosts, strange phenomena, and much more. Download the Paranormal Radio app now and start listening to the very best in paranormal talk entertainment, including the network you're listening to right now, the Paranormal Radio app, free in Google Play and the iOS App Store.
Erica, Brittany, Gabby, and you're listening to JamieChurchRadio.com.
It's not a lifestyle we chose. We were born this way.
This is KJCR at JimmyChurchRadio.com.
Welcome back, Fade to Black. I'm your host, Jimmy Church. Thursday night, Fadernight, open lines all night long. Get to some more phone calls here in a second. 818-921-6929 or 323-275-9695. If you ever wanted to get through right now, is a good time to do it. We have one segment left. And, I guess the topic tonight, in a strange way, I mean, Wilson Davis, and very cool. Is that really, Joe Rogan was on news radio? That's him? Man. Phew, fa. That doesn't even look like the same person, does it? The topic is, besides Wilson Davis, is Ghost. And I don't know if everybody is on the same page with me on this, but I think it's actually very, very simple. If you're alone, I just think you just need to. It's too easy to freak yourself out, and and I've just got my own ways of dealing with it, and that's my take. That's my take. It's no. And I have the ability, I have the technology. I'm not going to sit here and whip out a bunch of cameras, on the air and go, I got this. But I do. I can do whatever I want. I have digital recorders, audio digital recorders. I've got like 5 or 6 of those. I've got everything that I would need. No. Now, if I have friends over, you guys want, okay, all right. Yeah, we can turn out the lights and see what's up. But no. When you're alone, nah. Let's go back to the phones. Hi, you're live on Fade to Black. Who's calling? Oh, yeah. Okay. Yeah, you're live. 3, 2, 1. Where are you? You're unmuted. You're live.
Jimmy, you got me?
Yeah, now you were muted. You muted yourself. Okay.
Jimmy Church.
Yes.
You hear me all right?
You're live. You want to talk to Jimmy?
Okay, this is Aaron from Oregon.
This is who from Oregon?
Oh, yeah, you got me. All right. Yeah, this is Aaron from Oregon, Jimmy. How you doing?
I'm doing good, Aaron. What's on your mind?
Well, I'm calling. I'm so happy to reach you. Well, out here in Oregon, I appreciate my man Doug calling in a little bit ago. Whenever we know somebody, you guys have met each other, so I'm familiar with that. But what I got going on over here is I've been seeing things and I've kind of got it figured out what it is. I'm out here in nature a lot because I work out in forestry.
Mm-hmm.
And so I was seeing a lot of things. And what your producer was saying last week about consciousness and nature and beings and reality and all those things. I don't know so much about the trees
being able to communicate with words and all that. But as far as the rest of that goes, I'm right on par with all of that. I think there's about 5 different species or shapes that kind of form into each other and make up just about everything in the reality out here, and make up everything in nature. And it explains why those ships went into Mount Adams up there in Washington with you.
Mm-hmm.
And if you look at Mount Adams, it's shaped into, it's carved up into certain shapes. I find a lot of rocks and I find a lot of things, but basically the one thing I see the most, because I see a lot of stuff like a whole nother dimension. And the sky is like a fabric to me. I can see everything. It is just like artwork of one figure and one face that goes into another, into another, into another. And it's kind of like what the Lights Over Las Vegas guy was saying about a mace, that ball. A mace was a perfect description of that. What Adam was saying, Apollo, about calling him down and having the energy and wanting to talk to him and all that stuff is dead on. It's exactly right. That is exactly how I do it. But the one thing I see the most, and it comes to me everywhere: clouds, rocks. I see it everywhere. Trees. Is a face with like a black eye bands, almost like Elton John glasses, like a stars over their eyes, but it's black, and it's usually just one eye that's out. And all of these things out in nature, all of these creatures, all of these things that I see are usually just a face. It is not a body. There's nothing shoulders down. But I see stuff regularly, and I've got the same figures photoed or collected on rocks or collected on different things over and over and over and over and over again. And I just basically like got 5 different names for them or whatever. But my profile picture there in the chat room right now, I don't know if I'm still logged in because I turned my phone off, but
right.
I changed my profile picture. You can see this image of this face with this black eye on it. And what really got me excited, I was watching a podcast the other day that had Tom DeLonge. They were talking about reality or whatever, and he kind of was moving his laptop around his living room, and you could see this painting in the background, and he's got this figure. He's got it on a painting. Anyhow, but I've been on it for a while. I think I've got it all figured out because I see him constantly. They're just all around me. So anyhow.
Well, I think the key to that, though, Aaron, is having an open mind and being okay with it. And that would allow anybody, including yourself, to have access to the stuff. For people that don't care, don't have an open mind, or are not pursuing it, they're just not going to see it, or they're not going to feel it, or they're not going to communicate with it. But if you have an open mind, and you're right about 100% about nature. And we as humans, we like to think that we're the smartest thing on planet Earth. Planet Earth and nature was around before us. They got along great, right? And are able to communicate with each other. I read the other day. I forget the tree. I forget the specific tree, but and I almost want to say almonds, but there is a tree out there that turns on and off odors, okay, to keep predators off of its fruit. And so when a predator is coming in, the trees will communicate to themselves. This is scientifically measured and proven and studied. And so when a predator comes in that will eat the fruit off of the trees, they notify, and each tree will turn on and get this odor going to keep whatever it is, right, off of the trees. And that's fascinating to me. And that's not, that's intelligent. That's sentient, right? And that is just one example. That's throughout nature. That's just the way that it is. I have in my backyard, I have one of those heaters, backyard heater with the roof on it thing, the LP gas thing. And I've got a black widow spider that lives in there. Okay. During the day, Spider's not out. At night, there's a little hole, right? There's a little spider web there. And at night, I go out and there she is. She's right there in the spider web. And I'll go up and I'll put my, flashlight on her and say hello and things. She's right there. And in the morning, she's gone. And she's inside. And this thing that is going on, this balance of what goes on at night versus what goes on during the day, is fascinating to me. It really is. Nature is in control. You and I are just along for the ride.
Jimmy, I totally agree with everything that. I appreciate your show. I'm wooed to it. I'm wooed to.
Oh, you dropped out there, Aaron. All right. Well, listen, I'm into you too as well. Don't be a stranger and call into the show anytime. Sorry you dropped out. But nature's a trip, man. Nature is a trip. So I told everybody, I'll get to calls in a second, about the squirrel, right, that was pulling over my thing, and then I had to tape it to the ground or double sticky tape it down, and that worked for a little bit. And so 3 days ago, I'll post pictures of this tomorrow. I have ravens around here. And I just walked by my front door and I could see there's like 5 ravens in my front yard. So I just stopped and I'm looking out the window and they're fast. And then I look over and Raven Dude, there was 2 in the bird food, which is fine. I don't care about that. But I was like, okay, all right. This raven with his beak, and one raven was in the thing, reached up and pulled the frigging thing off of, and it was like, you've got to be kidding me. And I opened up the door, they all flew away. Now I zip tied that thing down. So I don't know if the ravens saw the squirrel pulling it down. They all work together, man. This is a nature cabal, trying to get me to keep that thing full. So anyway, I saw the raven with his beak pull that thing down while a raven was standing in the middle of it. Yeah. Let's go back to the phones. Hi, you're live on Fade to Black. Who's calling?
This is Bruce from Oregon.
Hey, Bruce. How many phone calls from Oregon tonight? Are you guys all at a house together, passing the phone around?
Yeah, we're conspiring to bomb your radio here in Oregon.
Oh, man. What's on your mind tonight, Bruce?
So I got... I have no idea what this is, but it is interesting. And the dates of the posts are what make this interesting, right?
Okay.
And so I have a 4chan post, which, whatever, you can write that off. But I'm just saying it's the dates on these posts and what they're saying. And because following the 4chan post that somebody screen capped, we have I guess you just call it a mainstream media post from who is it? It was like Fox News 8. One second. Yeah. Fox 8, whoever that is. And okay, so the 4chan post, it's like a paragraph of stuff. I'll try to gloss through the beginning because that'll describe. It's whatever. And I'll leave out any kind of swear words because this guy uses a few. And he basically says, if you're reading this is my dead man switch. I have fled the country or been murdered. I am a subcontractor for the CIA that covers NASA's A. When they F up, I'm effing tired. F this country. F the people who killed Walter. F you for killing me. There is a damaged space station orbiting Ganymede that has been abandoned for a very, very long time, as in hundreds or maybe thousands of years. It appears to have been impacted by something with a massive hole blew into it. It's shaped like a sphere inside a toroid. So that's kind of like a donut with the donut hole inside the winner.
Right.
The sphere turns clockwise and the toroid spins counterclockwise. The entire object is roughly 920 feet in diameter. They have no clue what it is made of, some sort of dark purple metal with a bright green shimmer. They have no idea what its exact purpose is. Maybe the first steps in colonizing the moon. A probe is in the works and expected to rush out sometime in 2021. It emits it emits no radiation, no heat, nor any signs of life. They only know it exists because and here's the thing, because on June 6, 2020, it emitted a strong signal for 6 seconds that Juno detected. Juno has taken a multitude of pictures, but they are in a guarded vault that holds the offline server. I know this because it leaked the week it was discovered, and we were ordered to scrub it. Now, a very high-level I'm almost done. A high-level official who had hands-on access to the server ran his mouth to a 16-year-old he was effing, and they both died of a heart attack on the same day. I stole access to a computer with the transcript report of what he told her before it was scrubbed. I was not supposed to see this. My colleague and good friend Walter Ashcroft, who also saw the transcript with me, died this morning when his car hit a power pole driving over 100 miles an hour. I fully expected to be suicided now, so I am setting up this dead man switch. So I guess this is my final contribution to the world. I didn't want this. I'm so sorry for involving you that day, Walter. Now everyone will effing know. Good luck. Good luck killing us all. And anyway, so that's what the 4chan post was, right? Which that could be whatever, right? That guy could be making stuff up. Who knows? But I'm sorry, what?
I said, sure. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so the date of that post was Thursday, 22nd, October 2020. All right, that's October 2020. That's when that 4chan post got sent, right? Talking about a whatever it is, space station around Ganymede.
Okay, and Juno is orbiting Jupiter now. Ganymede is a moon of Jupiter, a moon that we have been looking at for a long time, for sure. And I think that it has been rumored, but I'm going to let you continue. I don't know, hear what you have to say. It's like Ganymede might even have its own moons, right? Okay, so maybe one of them. Yeah. This is interesting. Okay, so continue. This is interesting, Bruce.
Right. I'm not trying to, say this like, it's just, this is just words on the internet. I have no idea what this is. The interesting part is that, again, the 4chan post was October 2020. Now, and talking about an alien space station around Ganymede, one of Jupiter's moons or whatever. Okay, so here is Fox 8 News, and I believe there were probably some other news stations that reported this. But here they come out posting on January 11th of 2021. This is like 2-3 months later, whatever. And the kind of headline stuff is Salt Lake City, KTVX, the Juno spacecraft orbiting Jupiter has discovered an FM radio signal coming from the moon Ganymede.
Mm-hmm.
The find is a first-time detection from the moon. And it's just one of those kind of, oh, well, that's interesting. Like, what's going on there? You know what I mean? And who are we going to get a straight answer from? I don't know. I'm just saying, it's like, that's very interesting. It's too much of a coincidence.
Yeah,
right?
I know. I love this kind of stuff, Bruce. And when you, every time I go off into a tangent like this, and you get the breadcrumb, and you go to the breadcrumb, and you go to bread, and you sit back and you go, what's really going on here? Now, I remember the Walter Ashcroft stuff. And that was almost 2 years ago. I could be wrong, but it feels a couple of years old. And he was a scientist from the East Coast. That's what and it was like a mysterious death and a car accident. I do remember that. Who Fox 8 is or what's going on here, I'm not familiar with. It's almost tempting enough for me to jump over to 4chan and check out this thread. I can, and everybody else will, after listening to this phone call with you tonight. We're going to go take a look at Ganymede.
I don't recommend bouncing. This is an old. I have no idea what's going on in 4chan right now. I don't.
No. What I mean is to go and check out some of the statements that were made there, because it's really easy to go. Now, here's the thing. Okay, you really want to go WOA? I can tell you some of the facts of the case. You want me to tell you some of the facts of the case? The Juno probe, which is orbiting Jupiter right now, they're very interested in Europa. They're very interested in Ganymede. The Juno probe is built by Lockheed Martin.
Of course.
Right. Of course. Right. Run by NASA, and built by Lockheed. So you've got that part, that twist to the story, right? It's the same. Remember the Bigot list that we were talking about earlier, right? That Bigot list built the Juno probe. Okay, all right.
Really?
Yeah, of course. It's Lockheed Martin. So now, was it built at Skunk Works? I can find out, but I do know that Juno 100% was built by Lockheed Martin. 100%. And if we've got FM radio signals coming off of Ganymede and something that lasted for 6 seconds, we can jump into that too as well. How does everything else tie into this? And is there a moon around Ganymede that could be something else, like you're saying, right? An alien probe, space station that is locked in orbit around Ganymede. There has been serious thought and science put into life on Europa, that if we're going to find life in our solar system, it's going to come from Europa. If you back up and you go to 2001, A Space Odyssey, Arthur C. Clarke, how does that movie end? How does it ends with life on Europa. And if you go to 2010, which is part 2 of 2001, the end of that is the rest of the universe is yours. Europa is ours. Leave Europa alone. Now, could it be that so many years later that either Arthur C. Clarke knew something, or it's just a strange coincidence, but that it would be Ganymede or Europa where these answers can possibly come from? And does Lockheed know? Does NASA know? And is there signals coming off? This is great stuff. Bruce, I love this phone call, man. Great way to end the night.
Well, who is that Israeli, the former Israeli space? The father of Mished, is his name?
Right. But see, here's the thing with all of that. I believe the reason why you haven't heard anything more about that, he was head of the missile defense, for the Israeli Defense Forces, and satellite stuff. So that's what he did. But I think he was listening to his granddaughter, who was spending too much time on the internet. I think that's where the information came from. He never said that this was, information from Israel or the United Nations or the United States. I think, and that the reason why this community didn't mention, or people didn't mention more about it, because I think he said, no. I got all that information from my granddaughter in a conversation. I believe that was the case. So I don't want to put too much into him, because if what he was saying was true, that he got information from the United Nations and we had agreements and contracts with ET and the United States and bases on Mars, that would be some really big stuff. But I believe he was listening to his granddaughter. So, hey, Bruce, I got to go before we get cut off of the network. Have a great night. Great phone call. Thank you. I'm going to follow up on this stuff, man. Thank you so much.
Gobekli Tepe.
Gobekli Tepe, Bruce. That's a great phone call right there. That's Bruce from Oregon. And tonight it was a full Oregon evening here on Fade to Black. Another Thursday night, another Fader night is in the books. Thank you so much. What a great night. And I look forward to this every single week. My whole day is planned around hanging out with all of you on a Thursday night. Fade to Black is produced by Hilton J. Palm, Renee, Dennis, and Kevin. Announcers are Steve Harder, Gene Vitoa, Mark D. Kovar. Webmaster is Drew the Geek. Music, Doug Aldrich. Intro, Spaceboy. SpaceboyMusic.com. Fade to Black is produced by KJCR for the Game Changer Network, and this broadcast is owned and copyrighted 2022 by Fade to Black and the Game Changer Network, Inc. It cannot be used, rebroadcast, downloaded, copied anywhere in the known universe without written permission from Fade to Black and the Game Changer Network. I'm your host, Jimmy Church. Everybody have a great, safe, fun, amazing weekend. Gobekli Tepe.